For the next 1,000 days, I'll be transforming into a ton of different fire creatures. Using all of my fire powers, I'll grow stronger and hotter. Will I be able to take the heat and burn through all of my enemies? Watch until the end to find out. On day 1, I spawned in as a baby wolf in a cave. I only had 3 hearts. I spotted a weird glowing crystal sitting in front of me, and I had the feeling I needed to eat it. So I did. Suddenly, I transformed into a baby fire wolf and gained 2 hearts. Whoa, look at me. This is awesome. Just then, the pack leader came in and started freaking out on me.
You fiery little freak. You weren't supposed to eat that.
He took me out to the main chamber, and I was in front of the whole pack.
Look at this freak. He needs to be hunted down and killed.
What? What do you mean? I'm normal.
No, you're not. Look around you.
I looked around me and saw that everyone else in the pack was just a regular wolf.
Leave. Now, you don't deserve to be a part of my pack.
Please, let me stay. I can fit in. I promise. Why do you hate me so much?
I don't need to explain myself. I'm gonna hunt you down like a dog.
But I am a dog. He came at me, and I used my fire ability to defend myself. But instead, I hit his wife.
What's wrong with you?
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Look what you did, you pest.
I'm sorry. I can fix this.
I've got a better idea. Why don't I just kill you now? It'll absorb your flame power from your dead body.
The alpha wolf lunged at me and took a huge bite with his powerful jaws. Luckily, I had the power of the flame crystal on my side, and I used it against the feral beast. Please, I don't want to fight.
And I don't want to make this longer than it has to be.
I focused my aim and hit the alpha wolf with a direct shot to the face. Look, I'm really sorry about all this, but I think I should go now. Bye! I ran away as fast as I could while he was immobilized.
Don't just stand there and watch. Get him, boys.
On day 2, I was running through the woods frantically, trying to escape the alpha wolf. As I was running, I ran into a little fish who had legs.
Don't hurt me! I'm just a little gal!
Huh? Oh, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm currently running away from a big scary wolf.
Big scary wolf? Oh no! Follow me! I know a spot we can hide!
I followed the weird fish to nearby cover and waited there with her. A short time later, the wolf leader came by with 2 other wolves.
Search the area. I can smell you, firewolf.
We were able to stay quiet until suddenly the fish sneezed.
Aha! I knew you were around.
The wolf checked out the area we were hiding, only to find the walking fish. I was already gone.
Hello?
He's just an ugly fish with legs. Let's get moving, boys. You can't hide forever, firewolf.
With that, the alpha wolf left, and I came out of my hiding spot. That was a close one. Let's hope they lost us. Anyway, my name's Bronzo. What's yours?
I'm Plop the Landfish.
Huh, so you're a freak like me. You got a place to rest for the night, Plop?
Unfortunately, I don't. I was exiled from my home for reasons I don't want to talk about.
Oh, okay. Don't worry, I can relate. We'll make our own home tomorrow, after we get some rest. Plop woke me up nice and early on day 3.
Hey, yeah, it's time to get building!
Oh right, we'll need a shelter for protection in case they find us. We should be pretty safe to collect materials since we're a good distance away from the pack.
Very true.
I'm ready to build.
Nice! Then let's get to work!
First, I used some materials to craft myself a pickaxe. Okay, now we just need to find a good foundation for a home. We looked for a bit, and after a while, Plop called me over to a nice little cave opening. This looks good. Let's dig it out a bit more, so we have plenty of space. We worked together to carve out the cave walls and added lanterns and a campfire to make it feel nice and cozy. Let me know what you guys think about our cave so far by leaving a comment. I decided to go ahead and also make a nice room for Plop to stay in. I made sure to include a small water area so she could hydrate her scales.
Oh my gosh, I love it! Thank you!
No problem. Wait, what was that sound? Just then, the wife of the wolf pack leader appeared.
I found you, Firewolf. I didn't forget what you did to me.
Wait, it was just a mistake? Please don't tell the pack leader where my base is.
I won't.
Please, Wait, what?
I said I won't. He hasn't even been home the past few days since he's been looking for you. And yet I managed to find you in 2 hours. He's going absolutely crazy.
Oh, so what are you here for then?
I just wanted an apology, really. But also to warn you not to get on my bad side or I just might tell after all.
Oh, okay. Well, I really am sorry. I promise I won't hurt you again.
Good. Here, have some cooked rabbit then. Ta-ta now.
She handed over the rabbit meat and started walking away as if nothing happened. Thank you. I ate the rabbit meat and grew into a full-sized wolf. Now that I was bigger, I had 10 hearts and it felt great. Whoa, I wonder how much stronger I can become. I got the idea to form a pack of my own on day 4. Plop, we need more friends.
Agreed. Maybe we can find more outcasts around here. I'm sure they could use a home.
I guess we're gonna need some more rooms then. Let's get building. I started building a living room just in case we found more friends to hang out with. I added some details and made sure the place was looking nice. All right, all done. I'm gonna head out and look for some more potential roommates.
Good luck, Palamine.
As I was traveling around, I found a campsite with a chest at it. I went to investigate, and inside a cage was a bunny with a horn.
Sup?
Odd looking fella. I looked inside the chest and found a full set of iron armor and tools. I took it all and equipped it immediately when suddenly I heard someone coming out of the woods. I turned to see who it was, and it was Hunter Steve.
What in the world? I've never seen such an exotic looking animal before.
He slowly started inching towards me, which made me uncomfortable.
Come here, buddy. I ain't gonna hurt you.
Before he got any closer, I blasted him with fire.
Ouch! What the heck? Get over here, boy!
He pulled out a shotgun and started blasting at me. I dodged and weaved as best as I could while I tried shooting back at him with my fire powers. Eventually, I made him give up.
Yeah, fine. Be that way. One day I'll get you. You're gonna be a trophy on my wall.
Jeez, what a jerk. With him gone, I went over and freed the unicorn bunny from his cage.
Thanks for the help, bro.
Anytime. Hey, you're kind of a weirdo, like me. Want to come back to my base?
I would, but I have some important bunny business to attend to.
Right, of course. Well, if you ever need a place to stay, you're welcome anytime. On days 5 and 6, I made it into a clearing just as the moon began to rise. It was a full blood moon. As I basked in the light of the moon, I started to feel more powerful. I feel so energized. Let's see the alpha wolf try to hunt me now.
You called.
I turned around, and it was the alpha wolf.
I thought I heard a little rat around here.
Suddenly, the moon transformed into a blood moon, and with its light, the alpha wolf grew bigger and badder. Fine, if it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get. I ran in and started shooting the alpha wolf with everything I had, but he dodged my attacks and then came in to hit me really hard. Ow! I didn't give up, and I kept fighting with all my might. Just when I thought I was about to lose, I started to transform. The blood moon was working its magic. I evolved into a more powerful version of a fire wolf with an awesome fiery mane and tail, and I also gained 5 more hearts.
What? No!
I had gained a new ability that let me drag my tail along the ground and release a trail of flames behind me. It also gave me super speed. I immediately ran a circle around the alpha wolf, trapping him inside a ring of fire.
Why, you little mutant.
You're just jealous of my awesome powers.
No, I'm not.
The alpha wolf used his howl to call for backup, and his friends arrived almost immediately. I was outnumbered, so before they could get to me, I made my escape. On days 7 and 8, I arrived back home, and Plop freaked out when she saw me. Plop, it's okay. It's me. This is just my new form. I evolved when the blood moon rose.
Whoa, that's awesome! So, do you evolve every blood moon?
I guess we'll have to wait and find out. It works for the alpha wolf too, though. I ran into him, and he grew bigger and more powerful than before. Oh, and also there's some crazy Steve guy trying to hunt me down and catch me.
Whoa, that's a lot to process. So now you got 2 bad guys trying to get you? What are we gonna do?
Maybe instead of running from them, I could hunt them down and become the apex predator.
Oh, Whoa! You think you can do that? Awesome! I'm not very good at running fast or fighting good, though.
Don't worry, Plop. I'll protect you as much as you need and train you to be a strong warrior yourself.
Woohoo!
I know! Let's go practice on some sheep. We went out and found some sheep, and I helped Plop kill them while I cheered her on. Plop, 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 plop!
Hey, those are my sheep you're killing.
Oops, sorry. I sprung into action to fight the monster, and Plop jumped in right behind me. The big guy was pretty tough, and he spawned little sludge minions that were really strong. But at the end of the day, he was no match for my fire powers. We defeated him and his little dudes together. Dang, nice fighting, Plop. I'm impressed.
Thanks. I learned from the best.
With that, we made our way back to the base and made ourselves some doggy beds to sleep in for the night. I awoke on days 9 through 10 and went to talk to Plop, but I couldn't find her. Plop, where are you, buddy? I checked her room, thinking she'd gone for a swim, but instead of finding her, I found a letter. It said, "Hey Bronzo, I've gone to the circus and will be back soon. No need to worry." Okay, that's cool. Wish she'd invited me too, but whatever. I started to continue my morning routine when I suddenly realized, wait a second, Plop can't write. She's only got flippers and feet. Someone must have stolen her. I gotta figure out where that circus is taking place, or I may never see her again. I hurried out of the cave and found a village, so I started asking around about the circus. Hey you, do you know where the circus is?
Nope, sorry, bud.
Okay, excuse me, can you tell me where to find the circus?
You look like you belong there, all right, but no idea. Sorry.
Rude much? No matter who I asked, it seemed no one knew about a circus. I was about to lose hope, but then I heard someone approaching.
There you are.
Oh no, Steve, you found me.
That's right, you flaming mutt.
Wait, don't hurt me. We can work this out.
Oh, really? How so?
I'm looking for the circus. There's gonna be lots of exotic animals there. One's even cooler than me. If you help me get there, then you'd have even better trophies to take home.
I did hear about the circus in town. Fine, let's team up for now.
Okay, you lead the way then. On days 11 through 13, I was traveling with Steve for a while until it began to storm. The rain started falling down on me, and it hurt. I quickly ran under some cover as fast as I could.
What the heck is wrong with you? It's just a little water.
Yeah, and I'm a fire wolf. I'm made of fire. I can't go out there. We're gonna have to wait until the storm passes.
We can't afford to wait. The circus might be over by the time we get there. I checked the forecast and it's not ending anytime soon.
Well, I don't know what to tell ya. Unless we dig our way there.
Well, I am a pretty good miner. Let's do it. It's just due west.
With that, we set out digging westward in a straight line. Eventually, with all of our disruptions, we attracted some cave creatures. They were giant spiders, bigger than usual ones. They started attacking, and Steve and I had to work together to fight them all off. Their bites were nothing to laugh at, but luckily, none of them liked fire very much. We made quick work of them. Hey, we make a pretty good team, don't you think?
Yeah, I guess we do. I'm tired and hungry from all this digging and fighting. Can we rest for the night?
Sure, I know just the remedy. I crafted some furnaces with all the stone and coal I'd gathered, and started cooking some of the cave creatures' meat. We chowed down together and got recharged. Just then, I grew into a bigger wolf again and gained another 5 hearts. With my bigger size, I also unlocked a new fire-breathing ability.
Whoa, that was crazy.
All right, now I'm ready to rescue Plop. On days 14 through 17, we were still digging when Steve stopped me.
We should be near the circus right about here. You go up first. I'll stick back, just in case.
Okay, whatever. I started digging upward, and I ended up in the middle of a circus show. I spotted Plop in a cage next to some other animals.
Introducing our next act, the Wolf on Fire.
It's Firewolf to you, and what do I do? Unsure what move to make next, I just started dancing. The audience loved it.
How's it going up there?
I'm currently in the middle of a show.
Oh, okay. You're doing great.
No, help me.
I know.
Steve then proceeded to put on a creeper mask and climbed up out of the hole.
Ah, this party's over. I'm a creeper. A creeper!
The crowd started fleeing in fear, thinking a half creeper man was about to blow up everywhere. Steve, what the heck is this?
I don't know. It worked, didn't it? Wait, look!
I turned around to see the ringmaster taking Plop away. We gotta get him!
Let's go!
We ran outside the tent, looking for the ringmaster, through the circus amusement park. Eventually, we made it to a haunted mansion. Look, there he is! He's going into the spooky house!
No way I'm going in there. I'll wait out here.
All right, I'm going in. I was traveling through the spooky house when something jumped out and scared me. Ah! I immediately reacted by shooting flames everywhere, catching the whole haunted house on fire.
My face! I just work here, dude!
Oops, sorry. I turned around from the wreckage and spotted the ringmaster running by. Hey, you! I chased after him and eventually cornered the ringmaster. Give us Plop!
What's a plop?
Just then, Steve caught up to us.
Hand over the plop fish.
Oh, you mean the landfish. No can do, I'm afraid. With a creature this rare, I'll make millions in my shows. Money is all you freak monsters are good for anyways.
What did you say?
Suddenly, a big clown bear standing on 2 feet came out of nowhere and towered over the ringmaster.
Nice bear. You can have the fish, just don't hurt me.
He gave us Plop and ran for the hills. Plop, you're back!
Now I can say I ran up to the circus. Thanks for saving me, Bronzo.
Hey, I helped too.
I turned to our new friend, the bear. And, what's your name?
My name's Bubba. I'm a freak too. I'm a clown bear.
Wait, so that's not painted on you?
Nope, I'm just like this.
How would you like to join me and Plop's band of misfits?
I'd love to get out of this dump.
Awesome!
Well, I'm done trying to hunt you, by the way, but I'm gonna go enjoy the circus in the meantime.
Thanks for that, Steve. All right, let's go home, team. On days 22 through 25, we had a new addition to the team, so I decided it was time to work on the base. I started by adding a moat full of lava and a drawbridge to protect myself from any wolf intruders. Next, I added a room for Bubba and upgraded Plop's room. Then I decorated each of their rooms so they were themed to their styles. I headed out to gather more materials for the base, but pretty soon, it started raining again. Ah, ow, 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 no, no, no! I ran back into the base as fast as I could and set to work trying to combat, if not cure, this water issue.
I happen to know a thing or two about water resistance. There's a potion you can craft to become immune to the rain, but you need some special ingredients to make it.
Okay, where do I start? Plop passed over a book that had all the necessary ingredients listed. Cacti, ink sac, honeycomb, dark oak leaves. How the heck am I supposed to gather an ink sac? I'm trying to avoid water, not go for a swim.
That sounds like somewhere I could help. I know a thing or two about catching fish without actually stepping in the water. No offense, Plop.
None taken. Bear's gotta eat.
That sounds like an extremely handy skill to know. When can you show me the ropes?
We'll leave tomorrow at daybreak.
On days 26 through 29, I woke up and Bubba was already up and ready to make the ink sac.
All right, let's do this.
We headed out to the river and he turned to me.
I'm able to collect aquatic animals pretty easily due to my long arms, but we're gonna need another method for you. Maybe a bow would work.
Good thinking, Bubba.
First, we're gonna need some string.
We wandered around until we found a cave full of spiders, and they weren't very happy to see us. We charged in and started blasting them until we had destroyed them all. Once I'd collected enough string for a bow, I got to crafting. I finished the bow just in time to get ambushed by a giant insect.
Quick, take these arrows!
Bubba tossed me the arrows, and I sprang into action. It was mayhem. I tried to fend them off with my arrows, but it wasn't enough. I needed to bring out the big guns. We were swarmed by the insect queen's babies, and I repeatedly lit them all on fire. Eventually, we were able to take them all out.
Great shooting! Now that we've got the right tools, let's go back to my favorite fishing spot.
With that, he took me back to the river.
Back when I was a wild clown bear, I used to hunt big game here, including the squid you're looking for. There's one now.
I aimed at it and shot an arrow. I totally missed. Aw man, I'm not very good at this.
Easy now. Just focus on your breath, then hold it and take the shot when you're ready.
I took a deep breath and held it, then released the arrow right into the squid, killing it. I did it!
Nice one, Bronzo.
The ink sac floated up to the shore, and I grabbed it. That one's down. 3 to go. Let's get back to the base. Hey, Bubba? Bubba talked to me through a mouthful of fish.
I'm right behind you.
We arrived back to the base on days 30 through 33, and I checked my list again. I'm still missing a few ingredients. Just then, a couple of wolves ran up sounding frantic.
Oh, thank goodness we found you.
We need your help.
Okay. What do you need me for?
There's a horde of husks attacking our pack in the desert.
We heard how powerful you'd gotten and that you had incredible fire abilities, so we came to find you and ask you to burn away those mean husks.
I thought about it for a moment. I had limited time to spare, but I did want to help the poor wolves. Plus, I figured I could also gather the cacti I needed while in the desert. All right, I'll help you. Lead the way. The 2 wolves led me to a small cave entrance in the desert where more wolves were cowering inside. Husks surrounded the opening and were attacking some of the wolves. Hey, you stupid husks, come fight me. The husks turned towards me and I managed to draw them away from the cave to a safe distance. Now I was able to fight with all of my strength and not hurt the poor other wolves. I killed them all, and then a huge husk appeared.
You killed my family! You're gonna pay for that!
The big husk monster lunged towards me with brute strength, and all of a sudden, I gained a new fire blast ability. I used it, and it made huge explosions. But even with the big explosions, he wasn't backing down. Eventually, he couldn't withstand my blazing hot attacks, and he fell dead. With that, I headed back to the pack to tell them the good news. I did it! All right, everyone, it's safe now. With the danger gone, I suddenly realized I recognized this place. Wait, aren't you the tribe I saw with the alpha wolf?
No way we'd be caught around him. Well, not anymore.
Why? What happened?
He went crazy, looking for all sorts of new ways to become more powerful. He dove down deep into the ocean and discovered a water crystal that transformed him into a water wolf. He then turned on us, just like he had with you. That's why we had to run into the desert to hide. It's too dry here for him.
That's terrible. I promise I'm doing everything in my power to stop him.
Thank you. We'll help you in any way we can if you ever need us.
Thanks. I'll see you guys around then. I left the pack to recover and collected the cacti I needed before leaving the desert. On days 34 through 37, I only had 2 remaining ingredients for the potion: dark oak leaves and honeycomb. I headed to the dark oak forest and started collecting some leaves, and then I spotted a trail of honey blocks. Looks like it's my lucky day. I started following the trail of honey, and it led to a huge tree. I got closer to investigate, and I was attacked by 2 bears. Wait, I just want to know where you guys got the honey.
Oh, whoops. We thought you wanted to burn our base down. We got the honey from out behind the tree. It's tough, though. It's guarded by a queen bee and her workers.
Have you tried asking for it?
They don't take kindly to people looking for their goods. Stealing it's the only way.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll destroy the queen bee for you, and then you guys can have all the honey you can ask for.
That sounds great. What do we need to do in return?
Just help me get past the worker bees. I'll handle the queen bee myself.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get going.
On days 38 through 41, we arrived at the queen bee's base, and it was crazy looking. All right, charge! Just like we planned, they attacked the worker bees outside, while I made my way inside. When I got in there, the queen bee was in her cocoon, so I knocked on it and enraged her. She immediately charged at me. Using my fire powers and bow, I was able to get some distant shots on her and slowly wear her down. However, she would spawn little minion bees that would poison me over and over again. I started throwing my explosive fire blast at her, which came in clutch, because eventually I was able to kill her. I started collecting all of the honeycomb blocks, and I finally had all the ingredients I needed for the water-resistant potion.
Thank you so much for helping us. Now we have all the honey we need. Until it runs out, but we'll worry about that later.
With that, I headed back to my base and got brewing. I mixed all of the ingredients into a cauldron, but while I was working, the alpha wolf suddenly appeared outside my base, and he was a water wolf now, just like the cronies said.
I found you, Firewolf.
Oh no, I better hurry. I was able to finish the potion just in time, but then the Alpha Wolf attacked me, making me drop the potion. The Alpha Wolf attacked me again with his water powers, and I fought back with fire, but it was no use. His water power was way too strong for me. I tried to get to the water-resistant potion, but the Alpha wouldn't let me near it. Just when I thought all hope was lost, Plop flopped over and grabbed the potion. Being a fish, she was already resistant to water attacks. She tossed it over to me, and I drank it as fast as I could. I immediately gained water resistance, and his attacks were much less powerful against me. Ha! Now it's a fair fight. Now I was really holding my own in the fight. It seemed like we were at a stalemate, so the Alpha Wolf just got angry and backed off.
That's not fair. You got lucky with that stupid potion. I'll come back again, even more powerful, and I will blast you off the face of this planet.
Before leaving, he summoned a huge wave that flooded through my whole base.
Have fun with that, freak.
You're a freak now too, jerk! On days 42 through 45, the water had washed away my base, and everything was in shambles. It was time to rebuild and deflood the base. Luckily, I had water resistance now, or I would have been a goner. I looked outside to discover my lava moat had all turned into obsidian. Huh, not a bad look, I guess. I wanted to add obsidian accents to my base, but I needed some diamonds first. I set out to find diamonds, and eventually I was able to collect enough to craft a full armor set and tools. Then I mined a bunch of obsidian and added some cool obsidian designs to the walls and floors, including crying obsidian. With that finished, I couldn't stop thinking about why the Alpha Wolf hated me so much. I headed back to the desert, where I helped out his old pack. Hey guys, it's me. I need to know more about the Alpha Wolf. Why does he hate me so much?
Okay, we'll tell you.
It all began when the Alpha Wolf's main goal was to become the most powerful and feared animal in the world.
He worked his way up to eventually become the leader of the clan, but that wasn't enough.
Around the peak of his rule, there was word that the Alpha Wolf was gonna have a son.
But the Alpha Wolf was sick. He was dying.
He wasted no time seeking the fire crystal that would grant him the power of 1,000 suns and eternal life.
He figured that with this power, his rule would never end and his illness would be cured.
After years of searching, he tracked it down deep within the underworld. He fought a giant beast and obtained the fire crystal.
As celebration for finding it, he went out on a hunt. Then you were born and you ate it.
Wait, does that mean I'm the Alpha Wolf's son? And the Alpha Wolf wife is my mom? Dang, no wonder he hates me. I ruined his whole plan, and now he's probably gonna die. I need to make peace with him. Maybe there's some way I can help him.
Good luck with that.
Hey, why don't y'all join me at my base? I could use some strong fellas on my team.
Heck yeah, we hate this stupid desert.
On days 46 through 49, I arrived back home with the wolves, and my base was under attack by water goons. I charged in to fight them, and my wolf pack helped too. With all of us together, we made short work of those water freaks. I wish my dad would just leave us alone. With that situation taken care of, I made a cave within the cave of my wolf pack and decorated it to make it more inviting. By the way, what happened to my mom?
She ran off somewhere. She couldn't bear to see the Alpha Wolf going so mad.
Do you have any idea where I might find her?
Not really. She was always so private. Although, I do know that she used to go to the Badlands and stand on the watchtower on a full moon night.
Hey, there's actually gonna be one in the next couple of days.
Oh, true.
Thanks for the directions, guys. I'm coming, mama. I set out to find my mom and eventually made it to the Badlands. It got dark, but luckily the full moon was lighting up the area. I don't like the feeling of this. This place is dangerous at night. Eventually, I made it to the watchtower and went inside to find my mom. But instead, I found some kind of guardian.
Hey, I said no more wolves in my tower.
He immediately charged at me, and the battle began. He blasted me with his soul staff, which was super strong. Luckily, his death magic was no match for my light. I lit him on fire and ran flame circles around him, taking his health down quickly. I dealt one final massive blow, and he was defeated. Unfortunately, my mom was nowhere to be found anywhere in the tower. I was sad, but I knew I was on her trail, since the Guardian said another wolf had been here. On days 50 through 53, I found a strange house in the middle of nowhere. I went up and knocked on the door, and it was a witch. Don't cast any spells on me.
It's okay. I won't hurt you. Come in. You look cold and hungry.
Oh, okay. I cautiously entered the house.
Can I offer you some tea, sonny boy?
No thanks. I'm actually looking for my mom.
Your mama, eh? I think I might have seen her. Is she a big, dark gray wolf with precious soft fur that I could make a beautiful carpet out of?
Yeah, that sounds like her. Just then, I noticed a rib cage in the corner and a skull on the wall. My heart sank as I realized I'd stepped into the wrong house. Just then, I heard my mom yelling from the basement.
Help! Help!
I'm coming, Mama!
Oh, no you don't.
Suddenly, the witch teleported us outside, and then she transformed into a freaky banshee. She shot me with black flames and blasted me with her Deathstorm abilities. She was flying around, which made her really hard to hit. She blasted a hole in the ground that I fell into. At first, I thought she would beat me, but then I managed to get in a few lucky shots. I struck the final blow, defeating the witch once and for all. I ran down to rescue my mom and let her out of the cage.
Firewolf? What are you doing here?
Let's get somewhere safe, and I'll explain everything. On days 54 through 57, I returned home with my mom, and Chad was there with Plop. Oh, hey, Chad, long time no see. Let me introduce you to my mom.
Sup?
I immediately got to work on a room for my mother. I decided to make a room that extended up out of the base, so she could look at the moon at night.
Wow, I love it, son.
Thanks, Mom. Why didn't you tell me I was your son?
Your father threatened to exile me from the pack if I did. Not like that matters now, I left anyway. I'm sorry I didn't tell you.
Do you think it's possible for me to reach out to him somehow? I want to try to reason with him.
You can try, but it will definitely be tough. I think he's losing his sanity.
Yeah, you can say that again. He's still my dad, though. I want to save him. If I don't, then what is family for?
Well, I hope you succeed, son. I'll be here if you need me, but I'm not gonna watch.
On days 58 through 62, I said goodbye to Plop. I gotta go find my dad.
Good luck. Here, take this, just in case you need it.
She handed me over some kind of golden fish. Oh, what does it do?
It's a snack that smiles back.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Plop.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
I set out traveling across the lands when suddenly I was hit by a vision. I was seeing through my dad's point of view. He was stuck in the middle of a blizzard somewhere, and he was slowing down. It looked like he was gonna die. Now that I knew where to find him, I set off to the coldest place on the planet, the tundra. As I got close, a blizzard hit, and I knew my dad must be near. Dad! Dad! In the distance, I noticed something going on, but I was too far to make out who it was. As I got closer, I realized it was my dad fighting off a group of stray. I immediately jumped into battle to help him out. Together, we were able to fend them off, but more just kept coming. We were getting overwhelmed by them, and pretty soon, they would take us all out. I had no choice but to summon all of my power to defeat them. Dad, take cover! I summoned all of my strength and used it to let out a huge blast of fire. The fire cleared. All of the snow had melted, and the strays were gone.
You saved me, Firewolf. But why? And how did you know where to find me?
I had a vision. I was in your body, and I could see you were stuck in the blizzard.
We must be connected somehow. Thank you, son, for saving my life. I'm sorry for everything I've done, especially hurting your mother.
It's okay. She's safe now, but you should probably apologize to her still.
Yeah, well, before I can do that, I need to tell you why I was in the tundra. I came here to avoid a creature that was hunting me down.
What do you mean? We are the apex predators. Who could hunt us?
Well, as it turns out, the water crystal I stole belonged to an ancient sea being.
What? Can it walk on land?
Aye, and to make matters worse, the fire crystal you ate also belonged to a fierce underworld beast who's been looking for me ever since.
Whoa, you messed up big time, Dad.
I know, son.
We better start preparing. On days 68 through 73, I returned to my base with my dad, but he stopped me before we went inside.
Bonzo, you've built a very nice home for yourself here. I just want to say that.
Thanks, Dad. Are you ready to see Mom again?
Let's do it.
We entered the base to discover a crazy scene. Steve was back, but he was in clown makeup, and he was helping my pack fight off a group of wolves who were also dressed as clowns. What the heck is going on here?
It was all a big mistake. I could explain after we take care of these guys.
I jumped in to help fight off the clown wolves. Somehow, they were stronger than regular wolves. But by working together, eventually our pack was able to take them all out. Okay, now, what the heck is going on?
So, I decided I'd always wanted to run off to the circus. I got a job working for the ringmaster, and everything was going great. He even made me lead clown. Me and the ringmaster started getting close, and he used my tracking abilities to help him find your base. Then he threw some crazy splash potion on the wolves, turning them into clown wolves and making them rabid. Luckily, the rest of your pack was here to help me handle the situation, or things might have gotten much worse.
So now what? Is he back at the circus? Let's go take him down now!
Easy there, Tiger. He's not working alone. He made deals with the fire and water beasts who were hunting your father. They're all working together now just to take you out.
That's not good.
No bueno, my homies.
I'd like to hold a private meeting with my family.
Yes, we can talk in my room.
On days 74 through 78, I went up to my mom's tower room with my parents.
I need to say that I'm sorry. I never should have treated you the way that I did.
It's okay. There's no time for apologies now. The ringleader is getting out of control and these beasts are coming for you too. You boys need to do something about it.
We will. Let's start now, son.
Okay, Dad. With that, my dad and I set to work training. We started by doing some target practice with our fire and water powers. Next, we raced through the desert, which was especially a challenge for him. And finally, we fought an orc lord together, and we defeated his whole army.
Good job, son. You're a tough fighter. I can see that you had it hard without me, but you managed to become a strong wolf all on your own.
Yeah, well, your fire crystal definitely helped.
That's true.
Why don't we get back to the base and catch up with Steve? On days 79 through 84, Steve was briefing us with the new intel he had gathered.
So, he's not at the circus anymore. His new base is in the sky.
What do you mean it's in the sky?
It's a circus blimp, so I'm not really sure where it is at the moment.
Well, let's not try to look for him right now. He's just a coward running around in the sky.
Roger that.
With that, I decided that my dad and Steve deserved a proper place in the base. I used the lava door I created earlier as an entrance to my dad's room, which I decorated with prismarine and other water-themed things that I got from Plop. Next, I created a little nook for Steve, which I filled with Steve's favorite colors and all of his stuff. The place was really looking awesome. Once I was finished, I went to check up on my mom, but she wasn't feeling well. Mom, what's wrong?
I didn't want you to worry, but when the clown wolves attacked, I was hurt badly. I've been slowly bleeding internally, and I think I'm dying.
What? No! No, this can't be!
It's true.
I should have been there to protect you.
No, it's okay. Before I let you two handsome men go, I want you to know that when I pass, I will leave behind a blood moon crystal. You can use it at any time to summon a blood moon.
Mom, no!
It's okay, son. I will always be with you.
Mom!
It's okay, son. It's all right.
Then the blood moon crystal appeared behind us. On days 85 through 89, I made a grave for my mother and added twinkling stars since she loved the night sky so much. When that was finished, I turned to my dad. Dad, we can't wait any longer. The ringmaster must die now.
Son, don't be so rash.
You're one to talk, Dad. This is all your fault. I left the base in a fit of rage. I couldn't believe it. My dad should have been there to save my mom. I ended up in a peaceful field full of thousands of flowers and stopped. Just then, the ghost of my mom floated down. Mom, is that really you?
Yes, it's me. I've become one with the moon now. I came down to tell you not to be so harsh on your father. He's lived a tough life, and he has to live with the choices he's made.
Yeah, you're right. I'll apologize to him.
Thanks, Bronzo. And remember, I will always be with you as long as the moon shines.
Just then, my dad came up to me. He had followed me all the way here.
Hey, son, who are you talking to?
I didn't know what to say, so I just ran up and hugged him as tightly as I could. On days 90 through 93, I was coming up with a plan with my dad and Steve.
We need some way of getting to that blimp.
Well, it's gonna need to refuel in a few days. Maybe we could get to it then.
Maybe we can try to shoot it down in the meantime.
I like the way you think. It should be around the desert by now.
Let's do it!
See ya!
My dad and I set out for the desert and spotted the blimp in the sky. There it is. I've got an idea, Dad. I think it's time to use the Blood Moon Crystal.
Let's do it.
My dad used the crystal, and the day immediately became night. In the light of the blood moon, I started to transform into my final form. Whoa, awesome! Now I look like you, Dad. As I said that, my dad started growing bigger too. So, how are we gonna get up there?
Thanks to you, I think I've gained a new power. Make some steam for me. Using the moisture in the air, I think I can jump up there.
I started heating up, and my dad was able to jump through the air, all the way up to the blimp. He started attacking the outside, but the ringmaster stepped out with a machine gun and started blasting at my dad. Oh no! Dad, look out! He got hit and fell all the way back down to Earth.
Ha! So long, suckers!
Dad, are you okay?
I'm hurt, but I'll survive. I think we're just gonna have to wait to attack.
Okay, let's get you back to base. On days 94 through 96, I returned home, and everyone heard the bad news that my dad had been injured.
Oh no, he needs rest. I'll take care of him.
Thank you, Plop. I watched Plop take my dad back into his room. We all stayed in the living room to give them some time alone.
Well, what now?
Why don't we blow off some steam, bruh?
With nothing else to do, we all decided to go fishing together.
Not bad, eh?
I love fishing.
Yeah, this is nice.
Hey, I think I caught something.
Suddenly, a drowned burst out of the water, and he was followed by even more drowned. We all sprung into action to fight the creatures. My fire powers were not very effective against them since they were so waterlogged. But with my bow and arrow, all of our strength combined, we were able to take them all out. Man, this is ridiculous. I just can't catch a break. I'm out of here.
Oh, okay.
Peace, brother.
I decided to check up on the circus to maybe get some clues. Wow, this place is so empty now. I snooped around, and eventually I found a journal from the ringmaster himself. I began reading it.
Seems like I'll need to be refueling in about 2 days from now at these exact coordinates so I do not forget. After refueling, I will continue with my master plan of dropping the largest potion of clownery on top of the entire planet. Soon, everyone will join the circus and be performers against their will. Ha 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 ha. Signed, the Ringmaster.
Shoot, I need to stop him and warn everyone.
Not so fast, buddy, friend, pal. Hee hee.
No, not more of you. I had no option but to fight the clown wolves. They came in numbers, but I had the power of fire on my side.
Ah, I'm on fire. Ow, ow, ow.
I'm so sorry, my brothers and sisters. I was so upset that I decided to set the circus ablaze. On day 99, I made a speech to my pack. All right, everyone, my dad and I are off to defeat the Ringmaster and his elemental beasts. If we don't stop him, he's going to turn us all into clown puppets.
Boo!
But no matter what happens, we will be able to say one thing after today. We are not the ones who are hunted. We are the hunters.
Thanks for giving us a home, Bronzo.
Yeah, even weirdos need a family.
Of course. I'm just happy to have all of you. There is one thing I need you to do for me. Before I leave though, I need you to like the video to show your support. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss another video. And comment down below what you think I should do next.
You got it, homie.
With that, we said our goodbyes and left the base for the final time. We made our way to the fueling station, but there were a bunch of clowns and wolf clowns guarding the entrance to the blimp. Using all of the powers at our disposal, we blasted our way through all of the clowns and made our way into the docked blimp. On day 100, the blimp took off and we entered the main cabin where the Ringmaster was waiting for us. On either side of him were the elemental fire and water beasts.
I thought I destroyed you, Fire Freak.
These two have been looking for the items you stole from them.
We're gonna take down this entire blimp with you inside.
I'd like to see you try. This is the strongest blimp ever created.
Yeah, but it's still a blimp though. We charged into battle, each taking on our respective elemental creatures. Since we had taken their powers, they already knew what to expect. Plus, they were way more powerful. We both blasted them with everything we had, but it wasn't enough. These beings were just too strong. I almost died, but I ate Plop's golden fish to survive a little longer. There's nothing we can do. We're gonna lose.
There is, son. You know what you have to do.
But that will kill you too.
It's the only way, son. Finish this mess your old man started.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too, son.
With that, I began charging up my sunburst.
Wait, what are you doing? This blimp is airborne.
Hasta la vista, baby! I unleashed my biggest fire blast yet, consuming the entire balloon, making it explode, and I fell into the water below. Suddenly, the skin started coming off my body as I was transported into my next form. There was a battle around me, but I was quickly approached by an older fire zombie who looked panicked.
Hey, little guy, it's me, your brother Blaze. I'm glad you're here, but unfortunately, there's no time to talk now.
What do you mean?
The Drowned figured out how to survive the Nether and are here to kill our entire population. Soon, the fire monsters will be a thing of the past if we don't hurry.
Where is Mom and Dad? Are they okay?
They're at war with the Drowned right now. I don't know if they're alive or not, sadly, but we need to go.
Just then, a horde of Drowned noticed us and started attacking.
Quick, run, Bronzo, and don't try to fight.
My brother left to fight off the Drowned. No! I can't just leave my brother when we just found each other. I decided to stay and fight, despite my brother's orders, and my low amount of hearts. I used my fire ability to try to defend against the Drowned that were trying to attack me. Go back to the ocean depths, you monsters! Unfortunately, I wasn't strong enough to take them down, and they managed to capture me. No, please, no, let me go! I was now surrounded by Drowned, and one that appeared to be their king stepped forward.
I finally conquered the underworld, but now all of fire skeletons will cease to exist.
Why are you doing this?
Were you born yesterday or something?
Today, actually.
Oh, well, I'll just tell you then.
Okay.
You see, fire monsters and the Drowned have been constantly engaged in a long and ancient war. Fire monsters were always a threat to us Drowned. Their flames once could make us dry out quickly and become chapped, making it easier for us to burn when the sun came out. Luckily, through the generations, we've perfected our water abilities and managed to overcome this weakness and do great damage to your kind as well. Now, we are taking our rightful place as rulers of sea, land, and nether.
You can't. It's not right to kill off an entire species.
Oh, really? Fine. Instead, I'll just let you die on your own and send you to the overworld.
No! No! On day 2, I awoke in the overworld. Oh, my head. I took in my surroundings and saw the quiet stillness of the night. The moon hung high in the sky, allowing me to see everything around me. It was beautiful, but I couldn't just sit around. I need to figure out a way to go to the Nether. The Drowned King must be stopped. I went exploring the environment around me, looking for a portal back to the Nether. Wow, everything is so lush and green here. It's nothing like back home. I followed a grass path toward a sleepy little village. Just to make sure, I walked into a house and, yep, they're sleeping all right. I figured that since everyone was sleeping, I might as well borrow some of their crops. I mean, it couldn't hurt. Even a skeleton has to eat.
Leave this place!
An iron golem attacked me. I was knocked away from the crops. Ow, ow, why I oughta. I tried to fight back, but the golem was way too strong for me. I only want food. Is that too much to ask?
I care not. Skeletons like you are pests.
Like me?
Especially you.
I ran away as fast as my bony little legs could carry me, finally making it to a safe spot where the golem wouldn't pursue me. What the heck was that all about? He was so mean. Just then, I heard a psst. I looked around and found another skeleton inside the mouth of a cave. Huh, who are you? I readied myself for combat.
My name's Smitty Werben Jaegerman Jensen, but that ain't important right now.
What do you mean? What's important?
What's important important is the fact that you're on fire and not even dying. How are you doing that?
What a strange question. I told the skeleton I wasn't really sure, that this was just how I was born.
Well, you better get in here and fast. The sun will be up any minute and that'll kill you for sure.
The sun? What's that?
Rest in peace, little guy.
The sun rose and showered the world in its light, including me. But I wasn't feeling any different. Was something supposed to happen?
It burns! It burns!
Smitty stared at me in amazement. I almost thought his jaw would fall from his skull.
You need to meet the others. Please follow me.
Oh, okay.
Come on, before I'm burnt to a crisp.
While the sun was up on day 3, I followed the skeleton known as Smitty into the caves, and he led me to a massive underground cavern. Whoa! What is this place?
Welcome to Bone City, boyo. This is where most of us skeletons hang out during the day.
Just hang out?
Ah, you can get food, do fun activities, and even upgrade your armor if you got cash.
I thanked Smitty for bringing me here, but I didn't know where to even begin. There were so many different kinds of skeletons. I was struck with choice paralysis.
Oh, you must be hungry. Here, have some bone stew. It's a skeleton classic.
How could you tell I was hungry?
I mean, look at you. You're skin and bones. Sorry, just a little bone humor. Oh, humor! I crack myself up. Anyway, dig in.
I ate the bone stew and grew into a full-sized fire skeleton with 10 hearts. Thanks, Smitty.
Don't mention it, boyo. You know, I want to show you to the king. We've never seen anyone like you before.
Well, what are we waiting for? Smitty and I sought an audience with the king of Bone City, and after a few hours of waiting, we finally got one. But once we were in front of the king, he was not impressed at all. Rather, he was incredibly worried.
What? Why? What's got your bones all rattled, your highness?
This can only mean one thing. The Drowned King is coming for us all.
You mean to tell me you've seen a fire skeleton before?
Of course I have. I've lived a long life. Skeletons of all kinds and origins used to live in harmony with one another. Long ago, there were many kinds of skeletons. Obsidian, warped, fire, and of course so many more. That was until King Pyros, the ruler of the fire skeletons, struck a deal with the Drowned King. The terms of the agreement are to this day unknown. However, legends say that the deal was that the Drowned King would aid Pyros' army in conquering the land in return for an ancient war between the families to end.
But it didn't work, right?
No, it certainly worked. Soon the Drowned and fire skeletons attacked the other existing groups, wiping out many of them.
The Skeleton King had already seemed to make up his mind about me. I knew I had to say something. I'm sorry to hear that, Your Highness. My home too was attacked. I barely survived, ending up here in the overworld.
Then you must be executed before you kill us all. I won't endanger my people by harboring a fugitive.
Ruh-roh! The skeleton guards approached from behind, giving me no path for escape. No, please, come on. We can talk about this. But it was no use. The guards took orders from only their king.
Take him away!
On day 4, I woke up in a jail cell inside of Bone City. What the heck? What's going on? No, let me out, guys. Come on, I'm the last fire skeleton alive.
Good, your kind ruined all of us. Looks like it's time for your execution. Follow me.
Without a choice, I followed the skeleton guards into a giant circular room. There were a bunch of skeletons cheering for me to die, and a wooden stump where my head would lay.
Fire skeleton, you are on trial for execution. You are a traitor to the Skeleton Society, and therefore you must pay with your life.
No, I didn't do anything. I'm just trying to stop the Drowned King, just like all of you.
Likely story. That's what your father, Fire Skeleton King, told me right before he made a deal with the Drowned King.
I was shocked to find out that my dad was the King Fire Skeleton, but I had to focus since my life was on the line. Please, I'll do anything.
Then make this easy, won't you? Kill him!
Just then, Smitty ran into the area.
Run! Now's your chance!
I didn't hesitate 1 second and began running as fast as I could.
Good distraction. Get him!
The guards were right on my tailbone. We ran all through the city until I finally found the exit. And I thought I was toast until... Come out here and get me!
Why, you little... You're lucky. We'd burn if we did. You better run. and stay out.
Phew, that was a close one. On days 5 through 6, I figured I needed to make my own base, since everyone was out to get me. Can't be too prepared. I went into a nearby forest and started chopping down trees to make a crafting bench and a pickaxe. I then went into a cave and mined some stone to use for stone tools. Perfect, time to build. I found a nice clearing near a river and used the extra wood and stone I had gathered to make myself an awesome house. After making a small farm on the riverside and being careful not to touch the water myself, I realized it was becoming night again and went back inside. Later that evening, I was relaxing by my fireplace when I heard a knock at the door. I was worried I'd been found and stayed silent for a while, hoping whoever was out there would go away. The knocking persisted, however. It was getting louder and more intense. Go away, please! Suddenly the door swung open and it was just Smitty. Oh, Smitty, my boy, what are you doing here?
I couldn't live in Bone City anymore. It's too dangerous for me now, after what I did.
Oh, wow. Well, do you want to stay with me?
That would be great.
Then let's make you a room. I quickly made an extra room just for Smitty.
Thanks, though I also want to sleep in comfort. Let's go get some wool.
I agreed, and we went and found some sheep and killed them. Then came back and I made some comfy beds for me and Smitty.
That's grand. No windows. Just how I like it. Thanks for letting me stay here. Wait, I never got your name.
Bronzo.
Nice. Thanks, Bronzo.
I woke up to a bunch of ruckus outside on days 7 through 8. What the heck is going on out there? I looked out and saw the drowned king.
Come out, Bronzo. I'm here to finish you off, since it seems you refuse to die.
Good luck with that. I'm putting up a fight and won't back down.
Fine. But first, let's see what we should do about your friend.
He then stepped aside to reveal Smitty.
It's not worth it, Bronzo. Run while you can.
The drowned king showed no mercy and instantly crushed Smitty into a pile of bones. No!
You're next, fire skeleton.
I began fighting the king. He started using bubbles and a trident and other water abilities. I tried my best to fight back, but I could barely do any damage to him. Eventually, he got me down to half a heart, and I was forced to beg for mercy. Please, spare me.
Fire and water, bone and flesh. This ancient battle ends here.
The drowned king went in for the final blow, and I suddenly woke up in a cold sweat. Ah!
Bronzo, you doing okay there, boyo?
Oh my gosh, it was all just a dream. I'm so glad you're alive, Smitty.
Yeah, for now. Get some rest, and we'll keep formulating a plan to take that loser down in the morning.
Okay, you're right. On the morning of days 9 into day 10, I decided to ask Smitty for some advice.
Well, if you want my opinion, we should really get some iron armor. After all, that's what all skeleton soldiers wear.
Alright, let's not waste any time then. Smitty and I got up, and I left through the front door. But when I turned around, Smitty wasn't following me. He just stood in the doorway. What's wrong? Oh, it's the sun, isn't it?
I'm afraid I can't join you, boyo. You'll have to go on without me.
Okay, Smitty, be safe.
Without a doubt. I'll see you when you get back.
I went mining to collect some more iron, as well as coal. I used the crafting bench I took with me to craft some furnaces and smelted the iron down. I made a full set of tools and armor. I even made flint and steel to live up to my fiery ways. Huh, what's that? I heard some strange noises deep in the cave and decided to investigate. I peeked around the corner and saw a witch fiddling with potions and the like.
Oh, darn it. I'm just missing one ingredient.
Ingredients? What kind of potions is she brewing exactly? Then, without warning and without looking, the witch spoke to me.
I know you're hiding. You can come out now.
I stepped out from the shadows. What do you want?
I haven't seen a fire skeleton in ages. Fire skeleton? I have a quest for you.
What kind of quest?
A quest to kill a great beast with many legs. I need you to kill it and harvest its fangs.
And why should I help you, huh, lady? The witch narrowed her eyes, assessing me in the situation.
Because if you do, I will give you something very good in return. Something that may help you defeat the drowned king, perhaps?
Drowned king? How do you know? Never mind. Where is this beast?
Follow the tunnel south, and eventually you'll encounter some cobwebs. That's how you'll know you're in the right place.
Okay, bet. Thanks, lady. On days 11 through 13, I was traveling through the caves, just like the witch told me. Eventually, I started to come across a bunch of cobwebs. Ooh, free string! I collected a few and then continued on my way. Eventually, I made it into a big open room, and I was attacked by a group of spiders. Come get some! I started fighting them all off with my sword and wand, and picked them off one by one. Eventually, I had beaten all but one of them. Where is the Spider Queen? Tell me! She's behind me, isn't she? I slowly turned around to come face to face with the Spider Queen. She smacked me. Ouch! What was that for?
What are you doing in my domain, skeleton?
I'm here to slay you and collect your fangs.
I'd like to see you try.
Bring it on. I charged in, swinging wildly with my iron sword. The queen was a worthy opponent, and she kept shooting me with webs, making me stick in one spot. I started shooting her with my wand, and was able to start wearing her down. Eventually, I was able to come out on top. I finished off the queen, and collected her fangs. Womp womp, thanks for playing, lady. On days 14 through 17, I made my way back to the witch.
I see you've returned in one piece, which means you have what I need, correct?
Yes, I do. I handed over the queen's fangs, and the witch began working on her spell.
Bone commune communitatis.
When the spell was complete, she handed over a poison tooth sword.
It has a chance to poison your enemies whenever you use it.
Whoa! Thanks, old hag!
Don't be a stranger now. You can come back anytime you feel like doing more things for me.
With that, I finally left the cave and went out to test my new weapon. Now, who do I have a bone to pick with? I went out searching for someone to fight, and eventually I came across a drowned campsite. There you are, you water fiends! I charged in and started murdering all the drowned with my fancy new weapon. Once I was done testing it out, I started setting everything on fire. Burn, baby, burn! On days 18 through 21, I returned to the base, and Smitty was very happy to see me.
Oi, where you been?
I met this crazy witch lady who gave me a cool weapon. Check it out.
Whoa, be careful with that thing.
I also destroyed an entire drowned campsite and burned it down. It was awesome.
Don't you start going mad now like your father did, eh?
Those stories are all made up. My dad didn't go mad. He would never. It's all a lie.
Whoa, okay. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
No, it's fine. Everyone just hates me. I stormed out and went out for a walk to clear my head. I traveled to the top of a mountain and shouted to the universe. Suddenly, I had a flashback.
Be careful out there. This is a dangerous job.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I'm one of the best in the industry. Oh, right on cue. There's a fire nearby. I gotta go. Love ya. Whoa. Who and what the heck was that? After that strange vision, I decided I had calmed down enough. I headed back home and apologized to Smitty for getting upset.
It's okay, Boyle. Happens to the best of us.
On days 22 through 25, I decided to go exploring. I needed more resources and also more intel. Looks like a beautiful day to explore. Suddenly, it got cloudy and started to rain. The rain hurt me, so I rushed to cover. Ow, 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 ow. I made it inside and stopped to catch my breath. That was a close one.
What's wrong, Bronzo?
It started raining out, and it really hurt.
Ha! Now you know how I feel in the sun.
Oh, geez. You deal with that every day.
Yep, unless I wear a helmet. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to help your situation. Maybe you need an umbrella.
Huh. All right, I'll keep an eye out for one just in case. While it was raining, I figured I could add some new additions to the base instead. I built downwards, adding a basement and filling it up with some decorations. By the time that was done, the weather had started to clear up. I guess now's as good a time as any to go searching for an umbrella. Be back soon, Smitty.
Catch you on the flippity flop.
Oh, okay.
That's just a new thing I'm trying out.
Oh yeah, no, I like it. It's good.
I'm also thinking about getting a cowboy hat.
Oh, yeah, for sure. On days 26 through 29, I went out exploring to find some umbrellas for me and Smitty. As I was traveling, I came across a graveyard. I looked around at some headstones, and I found a big one that I recognized. In memory of Smitty, he was number 1. Smitty was buried here. Neat! I kept looking and found another headstone that read, "In loving memory of Mercedes." Next to it, another read, "Forever a fighter, Bronzo." Wait, that's me! But I don't remember how I died. Sad music began to play, and I had no idea where it was coming from. I turned around, and I saw a mariachi skeleton playing a sad song. Do you mind, dude?
Sorry, I was just trying to set the mood, you know?
Yeah, I guess it was pretty good, actually.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Hector. I used to be in a band before the ceiling of a music venue collapsed on all of us.
Sheesh! Well, my name's Bronzo. I can't remember who I was before.
I'm sorry to hear that, Bronzo. Allow me to play a song for your troubles.
No, that's okay. Hey, Hector, do you know where I can get a big hat like yours to block out the sun and rain?
You mean my sombrero? No, sorry. But maybe you can find something in Bone City.
No way. I can never go back there. There's gotta be another way.
Perhaps my people can make an umbrella for you.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Good. Follow me.
Hector sped off, and I looked back at the gravestone one last time before following. On days 30 through 33, I was following Hector.
Should be just up this way. I know a guy who sells black market items.
Why would umbrellas be a black market item?
You don't want to know.
I followed him all the way into a city and down the highway into a strange store.
Seasonal, bungalow, integration, mug.
Just then, a mysterious man popped up from the ground.
Hey man, it's been a while.
How are the kids?
Oh, you know, they've been turning a strange shade of magenta and I have no idea why.
Huh, kids, am I right?
Yeah, but other than that, they've been great.
Ahem. Hey Hector, the umbrellas?
Right. Hey Willis, you got any of them umbrellas for sale?
Well, I've been running low, so they're gonna cost you. I need 3 mushroom stews, my dude.
Mushroom stew, you say?
Yep, gotta grow my kids' skeletons big and strong.
Alright, you got yourself a deal.
Great, come back when you got it.
Where are we supposed to find mushroom stew around here?
I know a place.
Wow, you sure do know a lot of places. On days 34 through 37, I followed Hector all the way to the edge of an ocean, and he put down some boats. Whoa. No way I'm going in there.
Huh? Why not?
I'm a fire skeleton. Water hurts me.
It's okay. Look at me. I'm out in the sun with this sombrero on. You just gotta trust yourself.
Okay, fine. We each got into a boat and sailed away. Haha! This is actually really fun. Eventually, we made it all the way to a mushroom island.
Okay, this is it. Go ahead and start collecting all the mushrooms you desire.
I started grabbing everything in sight, filling up my inventory with as many mushrooms as I could. Eventually, I met up with Hector.
Alright, got everything?
Yes, and more. Suddenly, the ground began to shake, and out came some kind of mushroom creature.
I am the Mushroom Lord. Who took my children?
Oh, right. I forgot about him.
I sprang into action to fight off the Mushroom Lord. He started barfing out his children, and I had to fight them off.
Stop killing my children!
Stop spitting them at me then! I used my fire wand and swords to fight him off, while Hector just ran around in fear. Eventually, I was able to defeat the Mushroom Lord and all his children. Sweet! Thanks for the help, Hector!
Anytime!
With that, we made our way back to Willis. We gave him the mushroom stew, and he handed me 2 umbrellas.
Thank you, come again.
Well, I'm off to Bone City. Maybe I'll see you there one day.
If I ever return, I'll make sure to look out for ya. On days 38 through 41, I left Hector behind and went out to explore some more. Eventually, I came across a decaying home that was charred with flames. Whoa, what happened here? I think I've seen this place before. I went looking through the ruins and discovered a flame pendant and a note on the ground. The pendant somehow looked familiar. I know this from somewhere. Have I been here before? I put on the pendant and took a look at the a note. 1, bring uniform back to the station. 2, groceries. 3, kiss beautiful wife. I wonder who wrote this. I looked around some more and discovered a chest that somehow survived the fire. It had some new iron tools and some food, along with a bucket. So I stocked up and left the area. As I was leaving, I realized it was getting darker. I started wandering through the dark, lost in thought. Just then, I accidentally bumped into a zombie.
Hey, watch it, punk.
Whoops, sorry, buddy.
Sorry's not gonna cut it, pal.
The zombie hit me, and he immediately burst into flames.
My flesh, it burns. This is only supposed to happen in daytime.
The zombie ran off in fear, and I just stood there confused, watching them die. I mean, I know I'm hot stuff, but he shouldn't have immediately caught on fire like that. Just then, I noticed a warm energy radiating from the pendant I was wearing. Whoa, was that the pendant? Does this set fire to people who hit me? I decided I would test it out more later, but for now, it was time to return to the base. For the days of 42 through 45, I made it back home and told Smitty all about the burnt down house I found.
Interesting. You said it felt like you've been there before.
Yeah, but never mind that. Check out this pendant I got. I think it could set people on fire if they touch me.
Oh, I better stay away from you then, eh?
Next, I'm gonna need some more protection and some better tools.
Sounds like it's time for diamonds, eh, boyo?
You know it, buddy, and you're coming with me.
Really? It's sunny outside.
That's what I got this for. It's an umbrella to protect you from the sun.
Whoa, that's grand. Thanks, Bronzo.
Let's roll. Together, Smitty and I went mining, and I gathered enough for a full set of diamond armor and tools. Now, if I'm gonna take out the drowned king, I'm gonna have to confront him somewhere in the nether.
I hate to say it, boyo, but I know you're right.
On days 46 to 49, I went mining for obsidian and made a nether portal close to the base. All right, I'm going to scout out the area. Look after the place while I'm gone, will ya?
You got it. Make it back in one piece for me, eh?
I'll do my best. With that, I entered the portal and started exploring around the nether. I was traveling around, scoping everything out, when suddenly I was attacked by some lava tortoises. Whoa, you guys look tough. They had amazing bites, and they bombarded me with their numbers. I fought them off the best I could, but it wasn't working. They were getting the upper hand. I wasn't gonna survive much longer. Oh no, this can't be the end. It can't be. Suddenly, out of nowhere, I was saved by a mysterious figure. He came in and helped me fight them all off until we were victorious. Whoa, that was close. Thank you, kind stranger. I realized it was my brother. Blaze, it's really you. It's been so long.
In the flesh.
I haven't seen you since you ran away. You left me there.
I know. I abandoned you when you were so small, and you deserve better than that.
It's all right, bro. Turns out I could handle myself pretty well on my own. What were those things?
They are minions of Magmander, some kind of nether ruler working with the drowned king.
Well, I can handle myself pretty well in the overworld at least. Can you tell me more about our past together? I can't remember anything.
Well, for one thing, the two of us aren't actually biological brothers. That's just what we used to call each other.
Huh, what do you mean?
Our fire dad could explain it much better than I could. He's not actually our dad, but he's our afterlife dad. He's somewhere around here, but I haven't seen him in weeks.
Do you have any idea where he might be?
I'd start by looking around for a big castle. That's our base down here.
Can't you show me the way?
I'm a little busy at the moment, so no. I'm trying to hinder the drowned king's bases. I'll meet back up with you eventually.
Okay, thanks, bro. I'll be keeping an eye out for you. On days 50 through 53, I went out exploring for my dad when I accidentally stumbled upon the drowned king's main base of operations. Whoa, this place is crazy. How'd they get Prismarine here in the nether? There were hundreds of drowned crawling around the place, and I saw the king in the center speaking to his people.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am very happy to announce that we're coming very close to full domination.
Full domination? That is not good. I turned around to leave, but standing in front of me was a mysterious figure. Who are you?
Why, I'm the god of fire, of course.
Stop messing with me. You're just some dude in an outfit.
Oh yeah? Why don't I show you then?
Suddenly, there was a flash, and I was transported into a vision. Bye, honey. I'm going out to the pub.
Stay safe, love.
I was going out with my friends, and we were having a great time. Woohoo! I love partying with my firefighter uniform. I got called into the station because there was an emergency fire, but I was having so much fun that I ignored it. Eventually, I returned home to see my house was up in flames. The emergency fire was at my house. Oh no, please be safe, please! Before I could see what happened next, the vision ended. Huh, so I was a hero who failed to answer the call.
Yes, and you were punished gravely for it. But as the god of fire, I decided to give you another chance. Now, you've got other problems on your hands. Make sure you answer the call this time.
I will. Thanks, God of Fire. My travels brought me to a giant castle on days 54 through 57. I entered the kingdom and found King Pyros. He seemed to be wounded. Dad, is that you?
Son, thank goodness you made it back before I passed. I'm so sorry I wasn't there for you when you spawned in.
It's okay. I'm here now. Blaze said you might be able to tell me more about my past.
Yes, of course. You see, I was once your fire chief when we were still living, and my wife served alongside me. We both died as heroes when trying to save civilians, and were reborn as the Fire King and Queen. As for Blaze, he was your best friend at the academy who also passed away. The two of you were always like sons to me, so I guess that's why you became my sons in the afterlife. Unfortunately, your new mother was taken out by the drowned before you could meet her, and they wounded me greatly as well.
It all makes sense now. So I died trying to save my wife?
Yes, sadly. From what I understand, she had planned to give you a fire pendant as a gift to help you stop fires, but it burned her instead.
I see. I wonder if she made it past the drowned in the afterlife.
That, I don't know.
Well then, I have something else to ask. Are the rumors true that you helped the drowned king?
I knew you'd hear those rumors eventually. Yes, I did. But only to help the fire elementals. The drowned king broke my trust and deceived me. I know it sounds ridiculous though.
I believe you.
Thank you. Ronzo.
Yes?
I need you to become the new Fire King and help our people. I am no longer able.
I will. I promise. I'll reunite all skeletons like before and become the new Fire King. King Pyros removed his crown and gave it to me.
This is yours now.
I accepted the crown, and as I became the new Fire King, I transformed and gained several more hearts. This is amazing! Thank you, Dad!
No, thank you, son, and good luck.
With that, he passed away right before me. Dad? No! I mourned his loss and made a grave for both him and my mother. I've got to end this madness. Now that I'm king, I need to recruit an army to fight. I set off and began my search for skeletons of all species to join my ranks. On days 58 through 61, I came across some skeletons and tried to recruit them in my cause.
I don't think we can trust you. You are a fire skeleton after all.
If you join, I'll get the support of the Skeleton King.
You don't have it yet?
Well, no, not yet, but I will very soon.
We'd probably be more eager to join if we had a full stomach.
Oh, I can make some mushroom stew with the mushrooms I got left over. I made them a bunch of mushroom stews and tossed them over to them.
Whoa, this is delicious.
You betcha. After they had full bellies, I was able to convince them to come back to my kingdom with me. While they checked the place out, I set to work building houses for all of them.
Looks great. Thanks.
Suddenly, we were attacked by the drowned army. Attack! I charged in with the skeletons, and together we fought off the onslaught of drowned. The wither skeletons were a huge help with their swords. Eventually, I was able to deal the final blow to the last remaining drowned and finish them all off. On days 62 through 65, I was exploring through the nether when I heard someone in peril. I went to investigate, and it was Blaze, my brother. He was being attacked by a group of piglin. I ran in to help him out, and together we were able to kill them all.
I guess that makes us even now, eh, bro?
Yeah, I guess so.
What's wrong?
I've got some bad news. Dad is dead.
Oh.
We paused for a moment of silence to remember the Fire King.
I guess this makes you the new Fire King?
Yeah. Will you be my army general? You're the best fighter I know.
I don't know, bro. How can you trust me after I abandoned you as a baby?
This is long behind us now, brother. You don't need to be defined by your failures.
I guess you're right. It'll be an honor to fight by your side.
Our first order of business is we need to recruit some more skeleton soldiers if we want to stand a chance against the drowned king's army.
On it. I'll meet you back at the kingdom.
I traveled around for a while and was able to recruit some more skeletons that were native to the Nether. I sent them back to my kingdom, but had some business to attend to in the overworld. On days 66 through 70, I returned to the overworld to check my base and Smitty. But when I got there, my base was in shambles. Oh no, Smitty! I ran in as fast as I could and discovered Smitty's bones scattered across the ground. Smitty, no!
No, it's okay, boyo. I'm alive. I'm just in pieces.
Oh, thank goodness! What the heck happened to you?
The Drowned King decided to pay you a visit. I told him you weren't home, so he smashed me to pieces and destroyed the base too.
That monster! Don't worry, buddy. We'll get you patched up in no time.
No, leave me to decompose. I want to be part of the earth.
What? No! I won't give up on you! You've got so many more hats to wear!
You did notice the hat. You didn't say anything, so I thought you didn't notice.
Oh, I noticed, buddy old pal. Let's get you picked up. I collected up all of Smitty's bones and put them back together. How you feeling, my dude?
Better than ever.
I know what I gotta do next, but I'm not gonna like it.
What's that?
I gotta return to Bone City to ask the help of the Skeleton King and his people. On days 71 through 74, it was time to return to Bone City. I walked up to the execution chambers, right where the Skeleton King left me, and to my surprise, he was still there, as if he was waiting for me to come back.
You must be a bonehead to return to my city, Fire Skeleton.
I mean no harm to your people. They are my people. How can I convince you I'm fighting the good fight, Skeleton King?
You can't.
Would some mushroom stew do the trick?
What? No, I am a king. I already have all the mushroom stew I could ever want.
Oh.
The only thing you could do to convince me is battle me in a classic one-on-one duel to the death.
Suddenly, boss music started playing. Where is that coming from? I looked around, and it was Hector. Hector, you found me.
Don't mind me. You got this.
I nodded at Hector and turned to face the Skeleton King. He was already charging in to attack. He landed a hit on me, but he was engulfed in flames. While he was stunned, I charged back in and started swinging at him. He was super tough with his hammer and knockback ability, and I thought he might overpower me. Luckily, my fire amulet had given me the upper hand, and I was able to slowly wear him down. Eventually, I was able to strike the final blow, but he had a few more words before he died.
You've beaten me fair and square, Fire Skeleton. You are Skeleton King now. Try to be a better one than I was. Take your army and use them how you will.
I'll honor your memory, even though you were a jerk to me. Hey, Hector!
What's up, buddy?
Will you join me back at my kingdom? We could use some good tunes there.
Okay.
With that, I returned to the Nether with Hector and my new army. On days 75 through 78, I arrived back at the kingdom with my army and told them to get settled in. While they did that, I decided it was time to look around for some more clues around the Nether. As I was traveling, I randomly came across the witch collecting supplies on her broom. What are you doing here?
I'm everywhere.
Oh, okay. Hey, do you have an extra broom? I need one to help me fly around the Nether.
No way! I'm not giving you my extra broom. Those things are hard to make.
Come on, please.
Fine, you're so annoying. I'll give it to you if you bring me 20 warp fungus from the warp forest. I'd rather not go there myself.
Ah, come on. Can't you just give me the broomstick?
No!
I went out searching for the warped forest, and eventually I came across one. I started collecting warp fungus, and eventually I had all 20. Huh, that was easy. Almost too easy. Just then, I heard a loud buzzing sound getting closer and closer. Uh-oh.
Hey man, those are mine. I planted them myself.
Sorry, I just need a few. I'll be going now.
Oh, no you won't.
He attacked and started hitting me really hard. He even picked me up and punched me. Ah! I started hitting him back with my poison sword and fire wand, and things were starting to get a little better for me.
That is the fungus of my ancestors.
Yeah, but I want that broom. Eventually, I was able to get a solid upper hand on him. I wore him down and took him out. Yes! Magic broom, here I come. On days 79 through 82, I returned to the witch and gave her the warped fungus I'd collected.
Very well. As promised, my extra broom. Give it a spin.
I hopped on the broom and started zipping around the area. Woohoo! This is awesome! Thanks, old hag! I flew on back to the kingdom, only to find that it was under attack by Magmarder's lava tortoises. I flew around, shooting at them with my wand. With my new vantage point, it was much easier to hurt them without hurting me. Eventually, I was able to take them all out, except one. I'll give you one chance to tell me where Magmarder is. The fire elemental was nervous, and I was getting impatient. Now! The last elemental finally gave me the location. I returned the favor by making his death quick and painless. Now, to see Magmarder. I followed the fire elemental's instructions and made it to Magmarder's base, a tiny cave sitting on the side of a hill. I came in blazing hot. Surrender now to my scalding justice.
Are you kidding? Look at me, I'm just a little guy.
Once I got a better look at him, I found that what he said to be true. There was no way he could be behind this.
I'm a good guy, I promise. I'm tricking the drowned king for now. I could never take him down on my own.
So what you're saying is that you need me?
Yeah. I was waiting for you, actually.
I'm here now, Magmarder. What can I do to help? He squirmed around nervously, knowing that this would be a big ask from him.
Well, about that.
I made my way towards the nearby Nether Fortress on days 83 through 86. Magmarder had asked me to retrieve his treasure that the Blazes there had stolen from him. I wonder why Blazes would come all the way to take his loot. They usually prefer staying close to home. Well, whatever. Gotta get the job done. I had to walk through a few halls before I came across one with a double chest and a blaze spawner at the end. Bingo! I tried to sneakily open the chest without being noticed, but some blaze spawned and noticed me right away. Let me guess, there's no talking this out, is there? They shot their flames at me in response, which honestly barely did anything thanks to my fire resistance. That tickled. You guys aren't so tough against me. Take this! With a few good hits, I quickly took down the blazes and got rid of their spawner. Finally, I grabbed the loot before leaving. Ha! Too easy. My brother would be so embarrassed if he knew he was named after such weaklings. I then left the Nether Fortress and returned to Magmarder. I've completed your quest.
Quest? Do I look like an NPC to you?
I mean, kinda.
Whatever. So you got my stuff then?
Sure do. It's mostly just gold and silver ingots. There was a saddle and a diamond sword, though.
Seriously? Those dummies think that's treasure? Stupid blazes.
What do you mean? I thought you said that was your loot they took.
Oops, I guess I lied.
What? That's it. I've had enough with you. I took out my sword and slashed him with it a few times, expecting him to die quickly. To my surprise, he was perfectly fine. But then he ran behind some rocks. Yeah, run away, you coward. Wait, what the? On days 87 through 90, I was standing there, confused when Magmarder started laughing, and he must have mutated from behind the rock.
Looks really can be deceiving.
Suddenly, he began to grow and transform. Uh-oh, he was hiding his true size. He turned out to be very large and powerful, and he had a cannon on his back. Here we go. Magmarder charged at me, and I dodged out of the way. I pulled out my poison sword to counterattack, but before I could, Magmarder used his fireballs. I switched weapons quickly and tried to avoid Magmarder's attacks. He started sending snapping jaws at me from the ground and hitting me with flames and explosive fire charges. But I was too strong for his attacks to take me down.
Why aren't you dead yet?
I'm the Fire King. You really thought you could kill me quickly? Magmarder was powerful, but I was determined. Finally, I was able to overpower him. Baranza! Oh wait, we don't do that until the end of the video. I guess I can keep this loot I brought him. I took the loot and returned to my Nether Kingdom. When I got back, I announced to everyone that one of the drowned king's henchmen had been defeated. Magmarder is dead. Even with Magmarder defeated, I still felt there was so much more work to be done. I couldn't shake the feeling that I wasn't meant to be king. I decided to take a trip to my dad's grave and ponder my options. I'm a fraud. I was never meant to be king. I'm just a firefighter who couldn't even fight fires. Just then, King Pyros appeared to me as a ghost.
Don't be foolish, Bronzo. Nobody's meant to be king, but brave people take responsibility when it's presented to them.
But I'm not brave. I couldn't even save my own wife.
You made a big mistake, but you ran into the fire to try to save her. The god of fire gave you a second chance for a reason.
I guess you're right. Thanks, Pyros. After leaving the graveyard, I decided it was time to visit my home in the overworld one last time. But when I stepped out of the portal, everything was flooded with water. Oh no! The drowned king must be behind this. I flew over to it and looked around. I realized that the place was sinking into the water. It was time to say goodbye.
Bronzo, you came back.
Smitty, what are you still doing here? Join me in the nether base.
No, I can't. I belong here.
Smitty got in his boat and left. I'll always remember you, Smitty. Goodbye, house. You served me well. I burned down what was left of the house and returned to the nether portal. On days 97 and 98, I flew around the nether for a while. I wasn't sure if I was ready to take on the drowned king, and to be honest, I was stalling. I stopped above a big hole of lava, and suddenly, a huge lava monster popped out. Ah! Have at thee, beast!
Wait! I'm a gentle giant! I don't want to hurt you!
Oh, okay. Sweet. What's your name?
Henry! I've been living in this here lava pool for centuries! But this drowned king keeps polluting my lava pools with prismarine tridents! The chemicals that get into the lava and make them unlivable!
Oh, no way! I totally hate that guy, and I'm planning to kill him. I just don't know how.
Oh, I've got an idea! Why don't you push him off into the lava and I'll swallow him whole?
Sounds good to me. Be ready in 2 days, and make sure you're hungry.
Oh, I will be.
On day 99, I called for a royal proclamation. Everyone gathered around the base of my castle so I could address them. Ladies and gentlemen, in this time of need, I must ask one important thing of you. I need you all to like the video, comment down below your favorite part, and subscribe to the Bronzo channel if you haven't already. Soon, I will be going to face the drowned king head on, and your support means everything to me. Just then, Blaze approached me.
I want to come with you to fight the drowned king.
I appreciate it, Blaze, but I need you here. If I die fighting the drowned king, you will be the new Fire King.
Okay, I understand. I wish you the best of luck in battle, brother.
Thanks, brother. With that, it was time for me to make my way to the drowned king's base. I flew around for a bit, but when I finally found it, I landed. Well, this is it, finally. On day 100, I entered into the citadel of the drowned king and found him waiting for me, all alone. It's over, king. Your armies lay defeated, your generals killed, and soon enough, you will join them.
You think you can beat me?
I don't think I can beat you. I know I can.
Then you're an even bigger fool than your father was.
That's it. You're going down. I charged in to fight him, and the battle began. He slashed at me with his trident and bombarded me with his water and ice abilities. I tried to fight back with my fire staff and poison sword, but his water abilities were super powerful against me.
I told you were no match for me, fool.
No! This can't be the end! I mustered up my last bit of strength. I hit him as hard as I could, and he was left standing on the edge.
No, please, it's too hot. I would burn in seconds.
Oh, you won't be burning to death.
I'm ready for a meal!
Hey-ya! As Henry devoured the drowned king, I started to feel like I could fly, and I was transported into another form. I started hearing a bunch of happy cheering and looked around. Down below were some gem golems. Without warning, a Gorgon popped in. She started killing a few of the golems. I rushed in to stop her as fast as possible. Stop! You can't kill them!
Stop! Stop you, I will. I am Gorgana, Queen of the Shadow Realm. I will smother this earth in darkness and finally end your Phoenix cycle.
by piercing you with Excalibur, the strongest iron sword in the land.
The area around us turned into dark materials. She was corrupting the place with shadows. You can't do this. I won't back down without a fight. Gorgana attacked me with her powerful poison abilities. I fought back with my flamethrower ability and tried to dodge her blows. Luckily, I had a regeneration power, but it wasn't enough. She was far too powerful, even with my regeneration. I had no choice but to escape when I had the chance. On my second day of being reborn, I flew to the top of a nearby jungle. I was still extremely upset with the circumstances. Ugh, why am I so weak? I angrily shot a few fireballs without thinking. I hadn't realized my mistake until a fire had already ignited in the forest. Ah, oh no, no! I was regretting my tantrum already. What have I done?
Hello?
I heard a creature nearby, choking on the smoke.
Please, I need help.
Hang on, I'm coming. I rushed towards its cries and finally spotted a cute little monkey. It looked scared and lost, with flames on either side of it. I'm here, follow me. I saw where the path out is and can lead you there.
Oh, okay.
The critter started to follow me, and I managed to lead it out of the fire. But just when I thought we were safe, we ran into a huge hydra.
What's this? Spicy chicken for dinner and a snack for later.
Beep, nope, not a snack.
Back off, worm.
You dare call me a worm?
The hydra attacked and spit acid at me. I tried my best to fry the snake with my fireball, but his scales were resilient and hard to burn. He continued to fight me and even managed to hit me with a bit of poison. I knew I couldn't win at this pace and quickly turned to the little monkey. Forget it, we need to get out of here. We ran away from the hydra as fast as we could. Eventually, we managed to distance ourselves from both the hydra and the fire. I'm so sorry. That fire was all my fault. I started it accidentally and couldn't manage to put it out. I guess that snake was drawn to the sound of panicked animals when it started too.
So you burned my home? Not only that, but I was so happy to finally eat my favorite berries today, and they're gone too because of you. But you did save me, so thank you for that. My name's Juby.
Nice to meet you, Juby. I'm Bronzo. I apologize we didn't meet in better circumstances.
Well, if you get me more berries, then I guess I'll forgive you.
Deal. For now, let's just get far away from here before any more trouble shows up. Juby and I were still traveling on day 3, and we're trying to plan where to go and what to do. I had been telling them what happened along the way.
Well, I can definitely see why you were so angry, but you gotta get your powers under control if you're gonna stop that crazy lady.
Trust me, I know that. Wait, is it about to rain? Sure enough, the sky became cloudy and rain began falling on us. Ow! I don't feel well. The rain caused me to have a weakness effect and was starting to hurt as well.
Uh-oh, let's get you out of this water. Go to that cave right there.
Juby helped me find a dry place that was shielded from the rain. They then built me a shelter while I was recovering. They made the base in the style of a birdhouse, including a spot for me to land and take off from. They used fire-resistant blocks for the inside, so I couldn't accidentally burn it down, and they made it big enough so I wouldn't be cramped inside. The weather cleared just as they finished building.
Jeez, of course it stopped raining once I'm done. Oh well, it's safe to come out now, Bronzo.
Thank you for doing that, Juby. I'm feeling much better, but I'm getting hungry.
Oh, no problem. I know how to hunt. Let's go.
I followed Juby into the woods. We saw some wild cows grazing not too far from us.
Okay, so you need to be quiet and get the jump on them. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good. Now then, go in 3, 2, 1.
I got to blazing the cows before Juby got to 1 and happily gathered our roasted meal.
Eat tonight, baby!
I gave some to Juby and started to eat. With my stomach full, I grew to a full-sized phoenix with 10 hearts.
Whoa, you look awesome! You're becoming more powerful.
I really am. This is great. Let's get back home for now and get some celebratory rest.
I like that idea.
We headed back to our makeshift home, blissfully unaware of a certain hydra observing us from the shadows. We arrived back at the base on day 4 to find one of the gem golems waiting there.
Ah, I found you. Thank goodness.
How are you here? I thought you were all killed by Gorgana and her shadows.
I was lucky enough to escape them just in time, but sadly, others in our home were all enshadowed. My name is Ash. We waited for you for 500 years already. I wasn't ready to keep waiting again. I hope I'm not intruding.
500 years?
Yeah, I can understand that. And it's no problem at all. You're more than welcome to stay here. Feel free to build anything you like. Meanwhile, I need to figure something out.
I can help you build too if you'd like.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that would be wonderful.
I let Juby and Ash get to work, and I flew away to head towards my birthplace. It can't be all gone. It can't. Unfortunately, Ash was right. Everything was completely shadowed, and there were shadowy creatures roaming the land. Thankfully, there was no sign of Gorgana. How could she do this? That monster! Some of the shadow creatures heard me, and were already aggressive.
Bird! Get bird!
I flew up and dodged while fighting back. However, if I flew down just close enough, they could still hit me, and they packed a punch. Leave this place alone!
This place ours now!
I managed to defeat all the nearby shadows, but more of them began to spawn immediately after. I flew up out of their reach and watched from above. It's no use. This place is gone for good. I flew around on days 5 through 6, thinking of how to stop Gorgana. My thoughts were interrupted when I saw the village under attack by some more shadow fiends. Those poor villagers. I can't let them die too. I swooped in and combated against the monsters. There weren't as many, and I managed to take them out pretty fast. Although, I ended up lighting the village on fire in the process. Oops, not again.
You dumb bird. You made it worse.
I'm sorry, I was trying to help.
Scram, fire vermin.
Dumb bird? Fire vermin? Puny chicken?
Nobody said puny chicken.
No, but you were probably thinking it. I fled from the village in shame. Man, I really need to learn to control these powers. I don't mean to set places on fire. I'm just trying to help. As I was flying, I saw a large forest fire in the distance. Hold on, I didn't start that fire. This time, it really wasn't my fault. Woohoo! Wait, not woohoo. This is bad. I should probably go help. I flew over to it and looked for any signs of life. That's when I found the center of the fire.
Vanish!
Just like that, the creature disappeared, and all the flames went out at once. It left behind some kind of note. It read, "Follow the directions. The sun will always rise." It also had some random numbers. What the heck is all this cryptic stuff? Are the fumes from the smoke making me hallucinate? Am I dreaming? No, I'm definitely awake. My dreams wouldn't have math in them, unless... Oh no, maybe this is a nightmare. That's when I realized those numbers weren't math. They were coordinates. With no other clues at my disposal, I had no choice but to follow them. On days 7 to 8, I continued to follow the directions of the coordinates I found. Eventually, I made it to an island floating in the sky. I saw some fire creatures playing around on the island. They seemed perfectly happy and at peace. Where am I?
You are precisely where you need to be.
Wait, you're the being that disappeared earlier.
Correct. I am Helios, the sun god. You have much yet to learn, Bronzo.
What is this place? And who are these creatures? I have so many questions.
Curiosity is to be expected, but let us not focus on trivial things like that for now. You must begin training to defeat the darkness that arises.
The darkness? Wait, do you mean Gorgana?
It goes beyond that. She is but one of the creatures who have escaped the shadow dimension and traversed into our realm.
You're telling me she's not the end-all be-all?
Indeed, there are more like her. We've managed to stop them before, but this time they were able to make it true.
Man, I couldn't even defeat her. How am I supposed to beat all the others as well? Guess I'll really need to get a lot stronger.
We will meet tomorrow to begin your training. You can stay here. Get some good rest. You're going to need it.
I left and got ready for bed. On days 9 through 10, I was trying to sleep, but I was having trouble. I headed out of the room to get some fresh air. Outside, I heard a weird slithering sound. Huh? Was that my stomach? Maybe I need a midnight snack. That's when I saw...
Well, looky what we have here.
You're not a midnight snack. You're the Hydra who tried to eat me.
That's me, all right.
Wait, do you always talk like that? You know, the thing with your S's?
Yes, but that's besides the point.
Can you say she sells seashells by the seashore?
Shut up. Surely you remember her as well.
Suddenly, Gorgana appeared.
So This is where you've been hiding. I should have known.
Gorgana! Wait, you don't do the S thing, but you're kinda a snake, right?
It's a symptom of my medical condition. You're being very insensitive.
You two need to leave before I call for help.
Help? And who would you call? I've turned all the pathetic creatures you call friends into my shadow minions.
That was when a bunch of shadow creatures came out of nowhere. No, this can't be.
This is the end for you. Bye-bye, little birdie.
Just before she could attack, I woke up in a cold sweat. No! I looked around my room, and there was Helios.
Bronzo, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm okay. I guess it was just a nightmare. But it was even worse than a math nightmare. I saw Gorgana and the Hydra.
She is penetrating your mind. You have to stay strong, Bronzo. We must begin our training at once.
On days 11 through 13, Helios and I arrived at the training area.
Now, show me all of the abilities that you have mastered thus far.
I shot fire into the air to showcase my flamethrower power.
Go on, do another.
No, that's it.
Really? That's all? Oh boy, you have much to learn. Now, do as I do. Power of the sun, channel through me.
Just like that, Helios released an even larger fire blast. Okay. Power of the sun, channel through me. But nothing happened. Let me try again. Maybe it's the pronunciation thing. Power of the sun, channel through me. Still nothing.
No, you're not believing in it. Do it once more.
Ooh. Power of the sun, channel through me. Suddenly, I released a large fire blast. Yes, I did it.
You have done well, Bronzo, but your mind is still weak. Gorgana is trying to break in. Let's move on to a more sacred area.
Helios took me to a tall perching area.
In order to fortify your mind, you must meditate. Close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Feel the air flow in and out of your lungs. I am one with myself.
Oh, am I supposed to repeat that? All right. I am one with myself.
Excellent! Your mind should be stronger now. Since you have completed your training, you have earned some new armor.
Then, Helios gave me the ingots to craft some Horizonite armor. I made a helmet, chest plate, leggings, and boots. Now I feel protected.
Always remember, you are welcome here anytime.
Thanks, Helios. You're like the dad I never had. Because, I don't have parents. I think. I just came out of a volcano. Yeah, you get it. See ya! On days 14 through 17, I returned home and saw that the base had been given a major upgrade. Wow, this place looks awesome! Ash, did you do all this? Nice work!
Thank you, but I can't take all the credit. Juby helped out too.
That's great to hear. I love some teamwork. Oh, we should come up with a team name. Like Team Rock Phoenix Monkey. No, not that. How about Team Super Best Friends?
Best friends? Maybe another time.
You're right. We can workshop it later.
So, how did it go? Did you learn anything about those shadowy guys?
Oh, it went pretty good. Yeah, I found out that some evil creatures from some other dimension got into ours, and I'm the only one who can defeat them.
What the? Why would you say it went pretty good? That doesn't sound good at all.
Well, you're gonna need some iron tools then. Luckily for you, I just so happen to have gotten you some.
Aw, Juby, you got me a present? We really are super best friends after all. I went to grab the tools, but when I touched them, they started to do damage to me. Ah! Get those things away from me! Man, I forgot I'm allergic to iron. That stuff really hurts me. But don't worry, Juby, it's not your fault. Maybe next time though, when you're getting me a best friend present, just do a gift card. Just then, the Hydra appeared with some of the Shadow Fiends. Juby, Ash, go ahead, I got this. Using my new Fire Blast ability, I was able to defeat all the Shadow monsters, but there was still one more villain I had to fight, the Hydra. I hit him with my fire, and he retaliated with a bite, poisoning me. Despite his venom weakening me, I was still stronger than him. He began to slither away.
You may have won this next time, but this is the last you'll see.
Oh my gosh! Stop using S words, please! Just get on with it.
We'll be back, and next time we'll be even stronger.
The Hydra managed to escape. I flew after him for a bit, when all of a sudden, I hit something, but I couldn't see anything. It was an invisible wall. Huh? That's weird. What's going on? An entire invisible cage appeared before my eyes. Whoa, iron bars! No, I can't touch them or they'd hurt me. And then a crazy looking wizard teleported in front of me.
What an exquisite little creature you are. A lucky day for me indeed. You'll be coming home with me.
What? I may not have had parents to teach me stranger danger, but I know not to follow crazy old teleporting men back to their houses. I won't let you take me.
Huh? Quiet, you.
The wizard cast a spell on me, and I fell asleep. I woke up in a random house during days 18 to 21. There before me was the old wizard.
Wakey, wakey, pretty bird.
Why am I here? Let me go.
I'm afraid I can't do that. I've always wanted a beautiful exotic bird, and I've just decided you're my pet now.
That's a no for me. I decided to unleash my flames and burn the wizard's house down.
What? You're a phoenix?
The wizard's house turned into ashes, and soon there was nothing.
I'm sorry for capturing you. Here, take these diamonds as an apology, as well as some special berries.
Ooh, Juby would love these. They taste great. But I have bigger problems on my hand than you. I need to stop Gorgana, the Shadow Queen.
Gorgana? She's returned? I can help you put her back into the Shadow Realm.
I accept. Do you need help rebuilding your house?
I'm okay. I'm a wizard, remember? I'll just use my magic to rebuild my house. But before I do, I want a pet fish.
You need to stop taking creatures without permission. Wait, that's it! You can help me capture a super rare Hydra.
What Hydra? What value does it hold?
Oh, you'll love him. He's a 3-headed snake and is poisonous.
I love snakes and poison.
Great, then we'll set up a trap. I made it back home with the wizard on days 22 through 25, and Juby was there to greet me.
I was so worried about you, Bronzo!
I know. Last time you saw me, I was chasing that Hydra.
Where did you go? I saw a strange figure sneaking around after all the chaos, and the next thing I knew, you and the figure were gone after everything had settled down. Wait, he looks a lot like the figure.
Who? Me?
It was all a misunderstanding. The wizard here caught me in one of his traps while I was chasing the Hydra, but he let me go. Eventually.
I guess you could say that's what happened.
I don't trust him.
I'm sorry for what I did. I'm just trying to right my wrongs. Will you ever forgive an old man?
Not anytime soon.
Well, it doesn't matter. We need the wizard's help. And guess what he gave me as an apology? I handed Juby the berries the wizard gave me, and then told him about the diamonds. I'm gonna finally make that tool set you needed me to have.
That's great, Bronzo! These berries are gonna be so good for a snack later. They're my favorite type. I guess I can forgive you, wizard guy.
Good. Now, we need to make that trap.
What trap?
I caught Juby up with the plan to set a trap for the Hydra.
That sounds like a great plan.
Of course it is. I came up with it.
The wizard and I dug a deep and wide hole for the Hydra to fall into. Then we covered it with scaffolding and some moss so he wouldn't see it coming. The wizard was also a redstone genius and connected a pressure plate to a piston so when the time was right, Monty would fall right into the hole. That looks great. That serpent doesn't stand a chance. I noticed it started to get dark, so I turned to the wizard. Yo, wizard! You want to stay the night? Oh. The wizard had already conjured up a tent for themselves to sleep in.
Yep, that's why I made this, silly.
Oh, okay. Well, good night.
Sleep tight, and don't let those bed bugs bite.
During days 26 to 29, I was asleep, but something felt off. I was me, but different, like a past version of myself. What the heck is this place? I searched for a bit and found some stone statues made of shady substance. Is this what Gorgana wants to do to everyone? As I was investigating, Gorgana appeared before me.
I won! I've killed the great Phoenix!
What are you talking about? I'm right here. It seemed like she wasn't talking directly to me, but a past version of me. This isn't the end. I'm gonna stop you for good, Gorgana.
I will turn the overworld into a new shadow dimension.
That won't happen. I have the power of the sun god on my side. Just then, a bright flash of light beamed out from my past body and blinded me, and a loud crash followed as I awoke. That was a crazy vision. I felt much stronger in that world than I do now. How long have I been fighting Gorgana? Just then, another loud crash and yelling outside.
Come back here.
The Hydra! The Hydra's back!
The trap! The trap! I rushed outside and found the Hydra chasing Juby around the base.
I found the snake, but please help!
How about you help me by getting in my stomach?
I'm coming, Juby! I flew near the bridge we made for the trap, and Juby followed the signal. The reptile chased them completely unaware. Once they were close enough, I gave Juby the signal. Now, Juby, now! Juby ran over the pressure plate, breaking the scaffolding right under the serpent.
Got him!
What the? How dare you trap me? Let me out!
Hey, wizard, get over here! The wizard came out of his tent and ran up beside me, already excited.
Oh, is it snake time?
Yep, here's your new pet.
Wait, pet? You think I'm a pet? You awful pest! I'll bring your head to my Gorgon master for this.
Hold on, did you say Gorgon? As in Gorgana?
I didn't mean to say that.
I turned to the wizard with a new plan in mind. Sorry, but you'll have to wait a bit. I've got a few questions for this Hydra first.
Oh, darn. Can I help interrogate them at least?
We questioned the Hydra during days 34 to 37. Wait, so your name is Monty?
Yeah, what about it? That's the last thing I'm answering.
I heard Monty's stomach growl, and I knew I could bribe him with food. Sounds like you want some nice and juicy steak. All you gotta do is tell me more.
Fine. There's a shadow realm that Gorgana came from. She decided she was bored of her world, and she had more goals than to sit around and do nothing. She began going to other worlds and conquering them.
So she's literally just a shady person. Tough crowd.
Anyways, why are you helping her, Monty? You're an overworld creature, so you shouldn't care about what's happening.
I was a tiny, powerless, and starving rattlesnake before Gorgana showed up and found me. She's part snake herself, so she took pity on me and raised me to be a monstrous reptile who could eat whatever I fancied in exchange for more power and all the meals I wanted. I would provide intel and spy for her.
Is there anything else I need to know?
That's it. That's all of it.
No food for liars. Spill the beans.
Okay, fine. She's only after you because of your abilities. Once a phoenix is strong enough, their flames become so pure and strong that they can reverse the effects of a shadow curse. Gorgana is aware of this and plans to use the Iron Sword Excalibur to kill you permanently.
That must have been what that bright flash in my dream was.
Now can I eat since that's all I know?
I keep my word. Wizard, it's time to take your new pet home.
Pet? What do you mean by that?
Come along now, we have much to discuss about your itinerary.
Just like that, the wizard and Monty teleported away. On days 38 to 41, I did some flying around to clear up my head and try to think of a plan to stop Gorgana. This feels impossible. While flying around, I spotted the same village from before, the one I accidentally set on fire. I wonder how they are holding up here. I flew down and cautiously took a look around. The villagers had worked really hard to rebuild their homes, but now they are made of cobblestone to be fireproof. While I was snooping around, a villager runs up to me.
You're the bird that burnt down my home. Do you know how much that cost the town? Firebirds weren't on our insurance plans.
I panicked and tried to calm them down. I'm sorry. I wanted to see if you were doing all right. I swear, I didn't mean to burn the place down.
No, I'm sorry I yelled at you. We should both calm down. I need to thank you, actually. You might have burnt down our homes, but your flames actually saved us from certain doom.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
I'm sorry for being so rude and chasing you off before.
Don't sweat it. I would have done the same. I told the villager that I understood his frustrations at the time, and I'd be upset too. So, you need any help rebuilding?
That'd be great. We also decided to switch to stone, just in case something like that happened again.
Smart, but luckily, I now have my powers under control. Though, it doesn't hurt to be careful. Well, let's get to work. I helped the villagers continue rebuilding their homes, and now everything was made out of non-flammable materials, all different types of ores. They all seemed to like their new homes, but soon it started to get dark as we were finishing up.
Thank you, Bronzo. I'm glad we finished before nighttime.
Why? What happens at night?
That!
Just then, shadow creatures emerged from the darkness to try and take the town again.
Attack!
Oh, no you don't. I asked the villagers to wait inside their homes.
Don't have to ask us twice.
The battle began. I started to use my fire powers and my new diamond sword on the shadow minions, killing them one by one. However, they were getting stronger, and there was some type of new monsters in their ranks. You never stood a chance against the Fire Phoenix. Eventually, I was able to take them all out, and I noticed that I was getting better at using my abilities.
Thank you for saving us again. Here, take this food as a token of our gratitude.
Oh, it was no problem at all. But I could definitely use a bite to eat. Thank you. I told them I'd do whatever I could to stop the shadow creatures from attacking again. I'm gonna stop them for good, soon.
We are so grateful.
The entire village started cheering for me. I basked in my glory before taking my exit. I went back home, feeling a lot better about things than I did earlier. I'd just gotten home when the wizard appeared.
Bronzo, I'm afraid we have a problem.
Problem? What's wrong?
It's that snake! My new pet! He escaped! And he set my house on fire too!
What? How'd that happen?
Oh, well, he was storming around my house when I was trying to put him back in his cage. He broke my smithing area, spreading the lava around and whoosh! Crispy house yet again!
No, I mean, how did he escape?
Ah, that! I couldn't pet him because his cage was in the way.
So you let him out?
Well, yeah. He's my pet. I wanted to pet him.
Oh, this isn't good. He's gonna tell Gorgana where we are.
Calm down, calm down. It's not that bad. You'll just have to get stronger faster.
Yeah, that's bad. What am I going to do to speed up the process even more? I'm already rushing things as is.
Have you tried jumping into lava yet?
Excuse me?
Well, you're a fire creature. Perhaps the heat of the lava could help speed up the process.
I don't think that's how that works. I should probably get some more help from Helios. Maybe he has more advice he could give me.
Oh, yes, don't listen to the crazy old wizard.
I ignored his comment and yelled back as I took off once again. See you later, old man. During days 46 through 49, I made my way back to Helios. There you are. I need your help.
What's wrong?
I need to get stronger, and I have to do it fast.
Have you tried jumping in lava?
Seriously? You mean the wizard was right about me getting stronger from diving into the lava?
Oh, no. It won't actually do that. But you can use the lava as a type of connection to your past lives. Meditating in the lava may give you the answer.
I guess I'll try it out then. I don't have to go into the nether, do I?
Unfortunately, yes. That's where the lava is the hottest after all.
Ugh, I hate the nether.
Nether, or shadow corruption, which is worse.
Fine, I'll go.
And you can use the portal nearby to speed up your journey.
That helps a little. Thank you, Helios. I flew outside, and around the building, I found a portal right where he mentioned. From days 50 to 53, I entered the nether and found a nearby pool of lava. All right, let's get this over with. I dived into the pool of lava. What the, Helios? It's not working. I flew up and went over to another pool to try again. Nothing's happening. I tried to swim around the pool to try again.
You're in the wrong pit, you dodo bird.
What do you mean? How do you know what I'm trying to do?
My name is Scoria.
I'm an ancient creature, much like yourself. I knew the Phoenix would come again one day with the havoc in the overworld. Therefore, I know which lava source you must go into.
Okay, then help me find it. I followed Scoria to another fortress during days 54 to 57.
We need a few blaze rods for the key to your connection.
I'm not sure what that means, but I'll follow the instructions. Together with the help of Scoria, we took down tons of blazes and gathered a lot of blaze rods, enough to make a blaze core. That's it. I got it.
Good, follow me.
Together, we left the fortress, and she led me to a strange structure.
Okay, now put the blaze core on the pedestal in the center.
Okay, but why is this lava locked away?
It was done by yourself centuries ago. If you want the answer to why, then go ask yourself.
Oh, well, okay. Thank you for the help, Scoria.
It was my pleasure. Oh, and tell Helios I said hello.
Dang, wait, you know Helios? With that, she was gone. Dang, that golem moves fast. I went inside to see the pedestal Scoria mentioned. I put the blaze core where it was meant to be, and the wall opened up. Lava began to fall into the pool. It was awesome. I submerged myself into the lava fall. Here goes nothing. I closed my eyes and went into a dream of my past. On days 58 to 61, I was in some kind of dream realm. Past me had to be around here somewhere, right? Hey! Bronzo! Fire Phoenix! Where are you? Unfortunately, there was no answer. I flew around for a little while until I heard a voice calling out to me. I got closer until I approached a ledge, and someone appeared before me. It was me. Hey, can you hear me? I look pretty cool.
Oh, if it isn't me.
You can hear me. Wow, this is kind of weird.
So, you want some answers, right? I can tell by the look on your face.
Yes, of course I do. I explained to my past self everything that happened. The Gorgon, the wizard, Helios, and now the lava. So that's what I'm dealing with. Why are you so frustrated though?
I have to move all the magical lava. You know, the lava with magical properties to a secure location because of the Gorgon's minions. They keep trying to come here and poison it to stop me from using it. I'm lucky the nether is too hot for them to stay, or else it would be even more troublesome than it already is.
That explains the security measures.
What?
Never mind. Can you help me?
Of course I can. You're me. Just do me a favor though.
Ditto. You're me. Of course I'll do you a favor. All right, what should I do?
Hold still.
Excuse me? What?
Relax. This is a dream, so this won't really hurt you, technically. But doing it will trigger some of my buried abilities. It'll help you attune to me, your old self.
I did as past me asked. I knew best, it seemed. I held still as my past self blasted some ancient power at me. It seemed to work. Basically, I felt myself grow. Wow! I also had 10 more hearts and an even stronger ability.
Perfect. Now keep up your training and you'll be at my level again in no time.
Will do, past me. On days 62 to 65, I woke up from my dream. I quickly left the nether. Boy, was I feeling super rejuvenated by that power up. Just as I was heading home to give everyone the good news, I came across some more shadow creatures wreaking havoc. They were attacking another village. Huh, well, I guess it's time to keep good on my promise and get some training in. Take this! I launched a volley of attacks, and wow, this new ability was awesome. These balls of magma were crazy strong. Most of them went down pretty easy, but one of them seemed special. It looked like it was using one of Gorgona's attacks. I quickly got rid of all the shadow creatures and cornered the special one. Hey, tell me how you got those powers, and tell me where Gorgona is storing hers.
Gorgona, give me power for sacrifice self to become shadow.
What? Speak clearly.
I did it to be spared by her and rewarded, but I regret it now. The source to her power, it's in her shadow realm, and if you have any hope of reaching it, you'll need a wizard's help. Maybe if you destroy it, I'll be saved. If you spare me now.
Well, luckily, I already know a wizard. All right, little shadow creature, I'll spare you.
Thank you. My name is Blake.
Okay, Blake, thanks for the info. I gotta go now. Don't do anything silly now. See ya! On days 66 to 70, I returned to the wizard's house so I could ask him how to get to the Shadow Realm. I arrived just in time to catch that his house was on fire. Again! The wizard was outside just watching it and shaking his head. Really? Again? Did you catch another fire creature? What did I say about capturing creatures without permission?
Oh, no. This time I got him to agree. I found a little fish that said he'd come along, but little did I realize that he was a firefish under guise. My oh my, he had quite a bad temper too.
Oh, well, sorry about that then, but can you help me out though?
Why, of course. How can I be of service to the great and mighty Phoenix?
I need help getting to the Shadow Realm.
Why on earth would you want to go to that dreadful place? Not only is it evil, but they are severely lacking in cakes.
I need to go there and destroy the device Gorgana used to spread shadows. This whole business is getting too out of hand.
Ah, I see. Very well. To get there, you must go to the waters of a cave that has been shrouded by the darkness and submerge yourself in it. But first, I must cast a cloaking spell on you, so you will not be rejected by the very fiber of the realm. It expels all bright light in the moment it is detected.
I let the wizard cast the spell on me. Thanks. I'm gonna go look for that cave now. Don't let your house catch on fire again. After some searching on days 71 to 74, I finally found a cave surrounded by the Shadow Curse. And boy, was it dark. I explored inside the cave until I came across the underground pond. Okay, just as the wizard said to do. Gotta jump in. This is gonna sting, isn't it? Fine, here goes nothing. I jumped into the water. Just as I thought, I started being withered. Luckily, I wasn't getting hurt too much. Then I was teleported away. Sure enough, I emerged from the pond in the Shadow Realm. I quickly exited the water so I would stop taking damage. Then started to look around at the place. It was really dark and shadowy. The only light seemed to be coming from bioluminescent plants. Huh, I thought this place would look much spookier. It's actually kind of cool. I started to explore. The water from the pond had weakened me some, so I had to be careful while I got my strength back. After a little while, I noticed a light from a beacon in the distance. I bet that's my target. I started heading towards it, but I made sure to fly low to the ground just in case I blew my cover. I saw a camp with some shadow creatures sitting around a campfire. I decided to avoid them since I still felt weak, but one of the creatures noticed me and quickly alerted the others.
Phoenix, he rises.
There's no time to run or hide. I gotta fight this time. On days 75 to 78, I was fighting the shadow creatures. They seemed to be a lot stronger in their own realm. It didn't help that I wasn't as strong currently. Then, accidentally, I landed on their campfire. I felt the flames rejuvenate me. They were helping me out. My strength came back in full, and I was finally able to overpower them. Ha! Take that! After finishing up the battle, I continued on towards the beacon. Eventually, I made it to where the beacon's light was. And right as I was noticing some odd-looking blocks, a much larger shadow monster appeared and startled me. Whoa! Don't you know it's rude to sneak up on people? I fought off the shadow monster a bit. I threw out some fire blasts and some flamethrowers, but it didn't seem to be affecting the monster much. It had some sort of wither attack and a bite, just like Monty's. I needed to get out of this situation, so distracting them with steak was the best chance I had. Hey, catch this!
Oh, ooh, delicious meat.
As they were busy eating, I accidentally backed into the odd blocks I was checking out earlier, and I phased right through them. The monster turned back around, and I was gone.
Oh, where'd he go?
I figured it was a good idea to check out whatever this was. I started to cautiously follow the mysterious tunnel. On days 79 through 82, I followed the tunnels, and eventually I found the beacon and the source of the shadows. Found ya! I used my flame powers to destroy it. The moment it was broken, the ground began to shake violently. Oh no, it's caving in! I've got to get out of here! It was a good thing I already knew the path back outside. I was able to go back past the disappearing door. The shadow monster from earlier was still there, and they were running around panicking. They didn't seem to care about me anymore, so I just flew past them. Good riddance. I hurried back to the pond before things could get any worse and made it back to the overworld. I began to see parts of the overworld going back to normal. Now Gorgana should be much weaker.
Hey you, I'm back to normal. Thank you so much.
I'm happy for you. Why don't you come over to my place?
Sounds like a plan to me.
We arrived back at the base, and I introduced Blake to everyone. Even the wizard was there. This is Blake. He will be staying here for now on. We need to make him a place to sleep first.
No need to fret. Watch this. Give me a hole, Give me a high. Give me a hat. There you go. Our own little place to stay.
I appreciate that, old spooky man.
Nice! This looks awesome! You all have fun now. I'm heading off to bed.
Before you go, if you wouldn't mind, I would like to show you something.
Okay, but make it quick. I'm sleepy. The wizard led me somewhere during days 83 to 86, but he wouldn't tell me anything about where we were going. He felt more serious than usual. Come on, give me some hints.
No, we must stay focused. We're getting close.
I saw a jungle that had been corrupted in shadow. I felt sad knowing that life within was being corrupted. Why did you bring me here?
She wants a word with you.
She? What are you talking about? Just then, Gorgana slithered up, and I was surrounded by iron bars once more.
We meet again, and in much better circumstances for myself.
Why did you do this, wizard? Why are you helping her? He didn't respond, and that's when I knew he was being mind-controlled by Gorgana.
I have found Excalibur. You're lucky I'm not worthy to wield it myself, or you'd be dead already. But I may have found the perfect candidate, though you're still causing me trouble. So, I'm just gonna keep you locked up here for now.
You won't keep me here forever. I'll break free. I tried to escape, but the iron hurt me.
I better go and see my future warrior now. Have fun with your mind-controlled wizard.
On days 87 to 90, I was still trying to get out of the cage. I took out my pickaxe and tried to mine it, but the wizard shocked me with electricity in response. Let me out! Come on, wizard. I know you don't actually want to do this. Let's see. If you set me free, I'll buy you a pizza.
Pizza! Bad!
Not a pizza fan. Okay, how about you have free access to my private volcano for a month? The view there is to kill for.
No volcano!
No matter what I said, the wizard wasn't budging, and I was running out of ideas. You know what? If you don't let me out, I think I'm gonna burn your house down again.
What? That is very unkind of you, my poor house!
The wizard shot me with another spell, but I got exactly what I wanted, a reaction from him. I was finally getting somewhere. That reminds me, what pet did you want next? I know that fire fish didn't work out for you. Maybe something new is in order. Sure enough, asking about his pets seemed to snap him right out of it.
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Let's see. I think I would love to have a pet frog. Yes. No, wait, perhaps a parrot. Those are simply divine.
Okay, that's great. Now, can you let me out, please?
Oh, yes, most certainly. You have my sincere apologies for that.
The wizard then proceeded to break the bars. I need you to go gather the others and warn them about what just happened. I'm going after Gorgana. I turned around and began to fly as fast as I could in the direction that Gorgana left. I needed to catch up and find out who else she planned to use to wield the great sword. I managed to catch up to Gorgana on days 91 through 93. I followed her carefully from a distance to see where she was headed. Eventually, I could see a mysterious dark building up ahead and watched Gorgana slither inside. Is this where she's been hiding? I made my way quietly to the front door and peeked inside. There in the building stood Gorgana and Monty talking to each other. There was a cage nearby with someone inside. Wait, it's Blake! They recaptured him!
Thank you, dear Monty, for grabbing the traitor while the bird was away. We're now ready to finish destroying the Phoenix's birthplace and kill him for good.
You're very welcome, Master. I'll be pleased to be rid of that flaming nuisance.
I refuse to help you. I don't care if I'm worthy. I'm not touching any weapon if it's to help you fight.
Gorgana suddenly threw a splash potion on Blake that seemed to make him dizzy.
What did you do? No, I still won't do it.
Oh, you fool. You have no choice. The sword chose you, and now you must repent for deserting me.
The potion's effect took hold, and Blake transformed into a Dreadlich.
Are you ready to cooperate, finally?
Yes, Master.
Blake was under her control again. No! How could she? Monty seemed to notice my outburst. I tried to take off before I was caught, but he had stormed out of the house to confront me before I had the chance.
You again? How did you escape?
I flew away fast, and Monty chased after me from below. During days 94 to 96, I was still flying away, and I stumbled back to my base. Guys, Monty is back! Just then, the wizard stepped in and shocked the Hydra, stopping it in its tracks. Whoa, how did you do that?
Gorgana's mind control left behind some extra magic I could use.
Monty quickly woke back up and was even more upset.
I'm gonna kill all of you.
I fought him with all of my might. I used a combination of my attacks and struck him before he could get too close. The wizard helped as well and used his new lightning powers from the sidelines. Monty was persistent, but I felt the flames of my body get hotter than ever. This is the end for you, Monty. I'm gonna cook you alive. I got so hot that I unleashed a powerful flame blast that disintegrated Monty to ash. The Gorgon's right-hand man was no more.
You've done it! You've purified your flames!
I was excited, but then remembered what I saw earlier. Gorgana has Blake, and she's going to use him to wield Excalibur.
You'll be fine. I think it's time for that speech now.
On days 97 to 98, I had Juby, the wizard, and Ash all gathered in front of me. Okay, everyone, we've lived in this darkness casted by Gorgana and her minions for far too long. She held the world and its poor people in her grasp and caused too much suffering and hardship for us to allow it to continue any longer. I'm going to bring the light back to the overworld and free everyone from her reign of terror.
Is there any way we can help you put an end to Gorgana?
I'm so glad you asked, Juby. You can help me bring back the light by liking the video, subscribing, and leaving a comment on which character you liked the most. And as always, don't forget to ring the bell for video updates.
Will do!
I'm doing it right now.
For sure. I'm ahead of all of you. I already subbed a month ago.
I feel confident now. Thank you, guys. You have all helped me so much already. It's time for me to end this so everyone can be happy again. Bye, everyone. See you all soon. Everyone cheered me on as I flew off to fight the Shadow Gorgon, Gorgana. I was finally gonna end this. On day 99, I remembered what Gorgana said about my birthplace. I returned back to the volcano. I better hurry up and get inside this volcano. Waiting inside was Gorgana beside Blake. I tried to call out to Blake, but he didn't respond. Come on, Blake. I know you can hear me.
Oh, don't mind him. He's just a bit deaf currently. Now, Phoenix, welcome back to your birth and death.
It was day 100, and Gorgana handed Blake Excalibur. He was ready to fight and kill me. You don't have to do this.
It's no use. Only my voice can reach his ears. I've learned my mistakes in the past.
I swear, I'll break the curse and free him.
Blake, kill him.
I was forced to fight Blake. Excalibur did tons of damage to me, and I had to be mindful as I approached Blake. I shot him with my flames, but his new form persisted. I tried my best to knock him down without killing him, but nothing was working. Gorgana sat by the whole time, just watching as I struggled against her champion. You coward! If you want to battle, then just do it yourself! I blasted my sun power on Gorgana and forced her to fight against me.
Burns! Make it stop!
As Gorgana screamed to make it stop, the spell on Blake also ended.
Huh? What's going on?
Run, Blake! Go as fast as you can!
You got it. See ya.
You little! Get over here!
Gorgana tried to launch her power at me, creating some stone statues to block me and trying to turn me into stone as well. Luckily, her attempts couldn't work against a fully powered Phoenix. She fought with incredible rage, but it was too late for her. I was already too strong. It was time I released the most powerful attack I could on the awful Gorgon. This is the end for you, Gorgana! Good riddance! After Gorgana was defeated, I felt a surge of power as my mind mind was teleported into my next form as a magma wither. Suddenly, a trident flew in from above, summoning a geyser of water where it landed. What's going on? This should be impossible, right? Dropping down onto the watery platform were terrifying skulk zombies. I looked around for a way to escape, but found nothing. Am I going to die? Then, 2 other magma withers, much larger than myself, raced in and destroyed the monsters with blasts of fire. After finishing them all off, they approached me.
Are you all right, dear?
Mom? Dad? Is that you?
Yes, it's us, Bronzo. Please follow us.
We need to get you somewhere safe, now. The water warden is coming.
I followed my parents without question into a small building on our island. Suddenly, the water warden blew a hole in the house. I tried attacking him, but he hardly seemed to notice. My parents immediately moved in front to shield me.
Spare him, he's just a boy.
You fools! I did not come for this pathetic child. I came to end you.
My parents looked at me desperately and began shouting.
Go, son! Get out of here!
Get away as fast as you can, and please don't look back. We'll be right behind you.
With tears welling up in my eyes, I could do nothing but fly away until the island and my parents were far out of sight. Just you wait, Water Warden. You'll pay for this. I swear. Flying as fast as I could into day 2, I was starting to get really tired. I was still way too young and weak at this point to fly for long periods of time. I'll just catch my breath here. Not a moment after crash landing, more skulk zombies ambushed me. I tried to fend them off using my skull attacks as they shambled closer, but I was having a hard time aiming the unfamiliar ability. Just stay still! I had to run away again, and fast. I tried once more to fly into the air, but was still too tired and began to fall. Oh no, not the lava! I plunged into the sea of lava, but found that I was perfectly fine. Oh, right, I'm a magma wither. Duh. The zombies still tried to follow me. The fastest of the group met a fiery death in the lava, causing the others to hesitate. The rest of them stopped and watched me angrily from the land. As I finally caught my breath swimming in the lava, 2 blazes floated over to me.
Hey, you there! The Warden's armies are marching through the Nether. You should come with us if you want to live.
The blazes escorted me to a ruined Nether portal and helped me finish it.
There, that should finish it.
Thank you so much, you guys. I'm Bronzo. How can I ever repay you?
Don't sweat it, kid. The name's Zach, by the way. This is Colton.
Suddenly, another trident flew in from above, erupting out with water. The skulk zombies once again fell from the ceiling.
No time to talk. Just go!
All right. I looked back from the portal to see Zach and Colton fighting them off the best they could.
What are you still doing here, kid? Scram!
Right! Geronimo! I jumped through the portal, leaving my saviors to their fate. On day 3, I emerged through the other side of the portal. I was on a beach in the overworld. Phew! I can't believe I managed to escape. I used some sand to block the portal, hoping it would stop anyone from following me. Then I looked for a place to sit down and take a nice little nap. This looks like a good spot, but before I could get comfortable, I heard something in the distance.
Help! Help!
Sounds like someone's in trouble. A fisherman was being swarmed by drowned. He tried to fight them off with his fishing rod, but was quickly losing ground. Maybe now is as good a time as any to get some target practice in. As I sent a blast of fire hurtling towards one of the drowned, it burnt to a crisp. And then another one, and another one. Hey, I'm really getting the hang of this. As I was just about finished, the last one fled into the ocean. Oh no, you don't. I tried to chase it into the water, but immediately got hurt when I touched the surface. I even gained a slowness debuff. Ow! Okay, noted. Don't go into the water. The fisherman approached me from behind, cautiously.
Hey there, kind sir. My name's Jerry. Thanks for helping me out of that pickle.
Yeah. Don't mention it.
Here, for your troubles.
The fisherman handed over what looked like a piece of raw salmon. It looked so yummy, and I just had to take a bite. Wow, this is amazing. After picking it up, my molten exterior cooked the fish perfectly. You know, you're not half bad, Jerry.
Me? You flatter me, but I'm just a humble fisherman. I've never seen anyone stand up to the Warden's minions, especially not this close to the General's base. He's taken many of the people from my village captive.
Take me there! I want to see this general for myself. On days 4 through 8, I followed the fisherman into a desolate swamp, where he was supposedly leading me to the general's base. You sure this is the way, Jerry? I trust your fisherman instincts, but we stepped forward and came upon a huge overgrown fortress. Jerry, I'm sorry I doubted you.
Well, that's quite all right, sir. Here, take this. We can use it to free the prisoners.
I took Jerry's pickaxe and we snuck our way into the grounds until we spotted all of the townsfolk from Jerry's village held captive. Okay, Jerry, let's split up. You take one side, I'll take the other.
Aye, aye, Captain.
We crept our way inside to try to free the townsfolk, but somehow they spotted my glowing body of molten lava.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
Out of nowhere, a bunch of slimes dropped all around me and started attacking. I unloaded my magma wither power on the slimes and slowly was able to knock them down smaller and smaller. Their attacks were tough, and as they got smaller, they started to overwhelm me, but they were no match for the magma wither. I killed them all and started freeing the prisoners from their cages. We did it, Jerry! Jerry?
Seems I may be in a predicament.
I turned around and spotted Jerry being taken away by little sludge men. Jerry! Half the townsfolk were still in cages, but Jerry was in trouble. I chased the little dudes into the main area and caught up with them. I started blasting, and they didn't stand a chance. Ah, take that, boogers.
Sir, you might want to look behind you.
Oh boy. I turned around, and the warden's sludge general was right behind me.
Who dares enter my domain?
I am Bronzo, and I'm on a quest to destroy the warden and his forces. And you are my first target.
Very well. Let's see how that goes for you, shrimp.
Yeah! I charged in to fight him with everything I had. He swung his massive fist at me with incredible strength, but I was able to keep my distance.
You killed 3 of my minions before. Let's see how you handle a few more.
What? The Sludge Lord started summoning more and more minions. I was nearly overwhelmed, but Jerry used his fishing pole to pull some of them off of me.
Enough of your interference.
The general smacked him, sending him flying into a pillar.
Oh dear.
Jerry, wait, that gives me an idea. Jerry, get out of the way. Jerry crawled out of the way, and I started shooting at the pillars using my Wither Skull ability. The whole place started to crumble, and a piece of the ceiling fell down on top of the Sludge General, killing him. Yes! We did it, Jerry! Celebrate with me! Jerry and I started dancing.
Marvelous work, just marvelous.
That's right! As I celebrated with Jerry, I started to transform. Killing the general had caused me to level up. I grew into an adult magma wither and gained 10 hearts. I also got an epic new fire ability and immediately started testing it out. This is awesome! On days 11 through 14, I regrouped with the townsfolk. You guys seem pretty cool. Do you want to go back with me?
Like, to the nether? Oh, no. I think we're good.
Oh!
I'll join you, sir.
Jerry, my man! Let's blow this dump. I returned with Jerry to my destroyed home in the nether. My parents were nowhere to be found. I could only assume the worst.
You sure you want to rebuild here? On the land of your ancestors?
Of course. This is where they'll least expect it. I started by building out into the lava and building big fortress walls to keep out the warden's forces. Next, I built a tower in one corner for myself, and on the opposite corner, I built one for Jerry. This way, we would both have a good vantage point to see if anyone was coming, not to mention a great view of the beautiful fiery landscape. I filled up Jerry's tower with stuff that I thought he would like, and I showed it off to him.
Splendid work, my boy. How do you know I love fish?
Just a hunch. In the 2 other corners of the base, I built towers for Colton and Zach in case they ever decided to return. I filled their towers with colors and things that I thought they would like. Finally, I built a stronghold in the center of the fortress where I could keep all of my valuables and craft stuff. I went up to the top of my tower to check out the view, and I spotted a cute little magma cube frantically hopping its way to my base.
Help! Help!
What's up, little blob?
My thumb
family is in danger!
I flew down to see what was up.
One of the warden's generals built a factory on the lava pool my family lives in, and it's draining all the lava from it.
They can't take all the lava. I need lava.
I know. Me too.
Take me there. On days 15 through 17, I followed the little magma cube as he led me to his home, where a huge factory now towered above us. The place was crawling with netherite golems, and I knew it wasn't safe for a little guy like him. You hang tight. I'll take it from here.
Roger that.
I tried to sneak my way up to the factory, but I was immediately spotted by a guard on account of being huge and glowing.
Bogey off the port bow! Bogey off the port bow!
I swooped in and started hitting them with everything I had. They were super tough, being made of netherite, but my wither powers were strong, and I was able to slowly wear them down while keeping my distance by flying up in the air. Eventually, there was only one left, and I interrogated him. Who's in charge here?
Well, the netherite general created this place, but he put the foreman in charge. He's inside.
Thanks, dork. With that, I continued inside to find the foreman, and he was a hard man to miss. Foreman, I order you to cease your operations.
We can't stop until all of the lava in the nether is gone. I'm only acting on the warden's orders.
Well, then you leave me no choice. I charged into the fight with all of my might. He was super tough, and he could pick up large blocks and hurtle them at me. I fought him off with my flame slash power and used my wither skulls to deliver powerful blasts that started blowing holes in the place. I dodged the netherrack he hurled at me as well as I could, but he had really good aim. He also had his stony arms that packed a punch. It was a tough fight, but eventually I was able to overpower the foreman. I then proceeded to blow up the whole factory using my wither powers and returned to the magma cubes who were happily playing in the lava.
Thank you so much for saving us. Here, please take this small token of our gratitude.
They handed me a netherite pickaxe, and I couldn't believe it. Holy guacamole! Where the heck did you get this?
Oh, you know, around. While you're here, you should stay and enjoy some of our Magma Cube hospitality.
Okay, sure. On days 18 and 19, I was enjoying the Magma Cube's hospitality, when suddenly the water warden appeared out of nowhere.
You're becoming a real thorn in my side, puny magma wither.
You can't take lava out of the nether. It's one of the only sources of light. Without it, it would be...
It would be what? Deep and dark?
How can you even create water in the nether? It's impossible.
The depth of my power simply knows no limits. You should be deeply afraid to be on my bad side, puny magma wither.
I'm not afraid of you.
Oh yeah? Why don't I teach you a little lesson then?
The water warden turned and blasted all of the magma cubes with water, encasing them in stone and killing them. No! They were innocent! You monster!
That's too bad. Looks like you're next. I've got my best knight here to take you out.
He called out his water knight, who suddenly appeared in a flash, while the water warden disappeared. Uh-oh.
I fight for the honor of the Water Clan!
I fight for the nether, where my base is. The winged water warrior charged at me, and I fought it off with all of my power. We swooped back and forth at each other through the air. His sword slashed out at me with deadly accuracy. I was starting to wear him down, but he was getting me low too. At one point, he even knocked me down and I fell into the lava, but I got right back up and kept fighting. The battle was a tough one, but eventually, with a well-placed wither skull, I was able to come out on top, knocking him out of the sky.
I have forsaken my name as Water Knight. I'm sorry, Water Clan. I have failed you.
Yeah, get on with it. I finished him off and he dropped a map. Good thing this didn't fall into the lava. General's base. That must be the netherite general. On days 19 through 22, I was following the map and finally arrived at the netherite general's base. Unfortunately, it was crawling with a ton of netherite golems. There were way too many of them to fight through. Plus, they were shooting gas cannons around, so I knew my earlier strategy of flying above them wouldn't work. There's gotta be a way inside. I spotted the Netherite General himself sitting in his quarters. Wait, is that a nether portal? There was a massive nether portal right behind the general, and I figured that must be the way he travels around. I have an idea. I found a patch of obsidian that the Water Warden must have created. I mined up a bunch of it and built myself a portal back to the overworld, just like Zach and Colton had taught me. All right, here goes nothing. I stepped through the portal and returned to the overworld once again. I wandered in the direction I thought the portal should be, and I discovered a big netherite tower, guarded by some lesser golems made of snow. Yeah, I can handle that. I charged in and started blasting them all to smithereens. I massacred them quickly with my fire abilities. Eventually, I was able to defeat the snow golems and secure the area. I flew to the portal on top of the tower and jumped in. On days 23 through 24, I emerged on the other side of the portal, right behind the Netherite General. Boo! I took the general by surprise, and the fight began. He charged at me and swung his massive arms through the air, shaking the ground as he slammed them around. I flew around him, using my superior speed to stay out of his reach.
You just signed your death warrant!
The Netherite General launched a volley of molten balls of lava, which exploded on impact. I tried to dodge and weave between his shots, while sending some of my own his way, but it was like I was chucking pebbles at a building. As we traded volleys of exploding fire attacks, we both started to get worn down. To my horror, however, the general began sucking up the lava he had strewn about to regain health. What? Ugh! There's gotta be a way to take him down. The general caught me off guard and knocked me to the ground. He stood over me and spoke.
You foolish beauty wither! You don't really think you can beat every general and the warden himself, do you? Who do you think you are?
Of course I can. I'm Bronzo! I shot straight up into the air and blasted him with everything I had. My powers were too much for him, and he crumbled into a million pieces. He dropped an epic new hammer for me to wield, but I couldn't use it. Man, if only I had hands. The ground was also littered with netherite ingots, so I scooped a bunch of it up happily. Now I just need some diamonds, and I can make myself netherite armor. I transformed, growing 6 big hands, and gained 10 hearts. This is perfect! Now I can wield the hammer. Time to test it out. With my new hammer and my tougher form, I was able to fight my way through all of the netherite golems and make it out on the other side. Yes! This is so cool! I'm getting really strong. With that, I set out for the overworld to mine some diamonds. On days 24 through 27, I arrived in the overworld and began searching for diamonds. Eventually, I was able to find enough for a full set of armor. I happily headed back towards my portal when a mysterious figure approached me.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Who dares approach me? Oh, food.
Don't eat me, please. I am an envoy from the Resistance.
Resistance?
Yes. We are a coalition of all sorts of overworld mobs fighting against the Water Warden to save the world.
Hey, I'm fighting him too.
Would you like to come meet the Resistance? We may seem like a strange bunch, but we will greet you warmly.
I'd love to meet my adoring fans, but first, I have some business to attend to.
Of course. Here, take this map. It will lead you to our base when you are ready.
With that, I returned to my base and greeted Jerry. Jerry! I defeated the Netherite General, and he dropped a bunch of netherite, and now I'm gonna make some epic armor for myself.
That's totally mega rad, sir!
I know! First, I needed a place to craft myself netherite armor. I built an epic forge, so that anyone who needed armor could craft it in my base. I then crafted diamond armor, turned it into netherite armor, and put it on. I am unstoppable! I knew I couldn't run this forge on my own. I would need a forge master to run it for me. Jerry was great, but I knew he didn't have the grit for this. Who can I get to work for me? Just then, the magma cube returned. Whoa, little blob guy, you're alive!
I swam down deep into the lava where the Water Warden couldn't get at me.
Attaboy! You've got grit. Say, how would you like to be my new forge master?
I'd love it.
Great! I dubbed the Blobius Maximus, or just Blobby for short. With my base in the capable hands of Jerry and Blobius, I set out to find the Resistance base in the overworld. On days 28 through 30, I arrived at the Resistance base, and it was under attack. Oh, jeez. The Water Warden was here, and he was destroying everything. Once he spotted me, he summoned a ton of drowned creepers to destroy the place. I ran in to help the Resistance members fight, and started blasting drowned creepers left and right. I wasn't able to stop them all, and they started blowing up even more of the base. Eventually, we killed them all, ending the threat. But the base was still totally destroyed. Oof, this place looks rough. Just then, a figure emerged, and I knew it must be the leader of the Resistance.
Our forces were planning a large-scale attack on the Water Warden, but now, unfortunately, we have no base of operations.
I've got one in the Nether. You can take refuge there, since it sounds like we're fighting the same fight.
I humbly accept this gracious offer.
I then began to lead the Ragtag Resistance group back to the Nether. On days 31 through 34, I arrived at my base with the surviving Resistance members. I built them a barracks where they could all stay. Pretty soon, this place would be a fully fledged Resistance stronghold.
Thank you, Great One. You truly are a grand hero.
Yeah, well, I know, but I still need to get much stronger if I'm gonna stop things like this from happening again.
Have you spoken yet with the mighty Fire Guardian in the overworld?
Fire Guardian? No. Who's that?
He is a great leader who lives in a cave deep under the jungle. Go to the center of the jungle. Once you get there, you'll find a glowing tree. Dig down at the base of the tree until you fall into a cave. He will be there.
You have, like, a street address? No? Okay, well, thank you for your help. I set out to follow the Resistance leader's directions. I trudged deep into the jungle for days until I finally found the glowing tree. Aha! There it is! I flew towards it, but as I approached, a swarm of warped phantoms flew out and attacked me. Ah! Death from the sky! I fought them off with my powers, blasting fire all over the jungle. They swooped down at me, biting and slashing at me. Wait, I can fly! I shot up into the air and unleashed all of my power on them. One by one, I was able to take them out. When I defeated the last of the sky demons, I wasted no time and dug down at the base of the tree to seek an audience with the Fire Guardian. Suddenly, the ground beneath me gave way, and I fell down into a deep cave. But luckily, I landed in a pool of lava.
Hello!
A loud, deep voice boomed through the cavern. I turned, looking for the source of it, and found a giant one-eyed creature emerging from the depths of the lava river. Oh, hello! You must be the Fire Guardian.
I am. Why are you here?
Why else would I be here?
I do not get visitors very often. I'll ask again, what brings you here?
I need your help. I need to get stronger. Please, teach me your ways.
Very well. Sink deep into the lava. Get comfortable, and let me tell you a story. A long, long time ago, when the mountains were pebbles, the forest was seeds, and the oceans but mere puddles, the ancient magma withers like yourself ruled over the Nether, living in peace with the Water Wardens of the overworld.
Wait. We lived in harmony with one another? What happened?
I'm getting to that.
Sorry. Continue.
The ancient magma withers mastered a technique that allowed them to overpower the abilities of the Water Wardens. That is when the wars began. It was a long, bloody conflict. Many centuries later, you were born. You have that same power deep inside you.
I do?
Indeed. Now reach deep within the fire inside of you. Take hold of it and pull it to the surface.
I followed the Guardian's instructions to the best of my ability to perform this technique, but it didn't work. Nothing happened. What gives?
I expected as much on your first attempt. Until you master that technique, the Water Warden will remain one step ahead of you.
I told him I would keep trying and left the cavern behind. On days 36 through 39, I was wandering through the overworld, pondering on the Fire Guardian's teachings when I came across a sandy river. All right, Bronzo, you can do this. Just dip your toes in. I tried to enter the water, but was immediately hurt once again. Ugh, dang it! Forget this. I started to head back home when a large sand scorpion emerged from underneath the beach.
Hey, wait! I know you! You're that magma wither! Oh, the Water Warden will be so pleased if we bring you to him.
You can try, but I'll turn you into molten glass.
You won't be able to stop us all! Get him!
More scorpions emerged from the sandy beach. All of them were ready to fight. Fine, you asked for this. I fought them off the best I could, but they all swarmed around me. They had a powerful poison attack that quickly drained my health, and I had to change my strategy. I got up higher and did my best to blast them with my wither skulls. Very slowly, I was able to start picking them off, one by one. Once I started killing them, they got nervous.
Wait, don't kill us! We'll do anything!
The scorpion told me of another general who lived deep in the desert.
The Mirage General is surrounded in mystery. Nobody knows what they look like or how powerful they are.
With that, I let the last few scorpions go. As they left, I turned back to the desert. It's about time I killed another general. I quickly flew off to hunt my next prey. On days 40 through 45, I entered the desert, unsure of what I was looking for. I wandered for a while, but I couldn't find anything other than the desolate waste. Hello? Mirage General, I'm here to kill you. Suddenly, I was ambushed by a swarm of little warden dragons. Ah! What the?
Hello, Bronzo.
Are you the Mirage General?
No, Bronzo. I am the Wither General. I am you.
What? The Warden Wither came in to attack, and I fought it off with everything I had. The Warden Dragons swarmed in too, and totally surrounded me. I was getting overwhelmed. They all hit me with their sonic booms, and I was overpowered. I fell to the ground. You can't be me. It's not possible.
It's true, Bronzo. I'm you from the future. After you bent the knee to the Water Warden's forces, your fire has gone out, and you have donned the helms of the Warden's army.
No! I let out a huge fiery explosion, and suddenly everyone around me disappeared. All that remained was a small glowing moth. Huh? What's going on? Suddenly, the world around me began to change. The vast desert stretching in every direction disappeared, and I was inside some sort of temple.
It's me, the Mirage General. You must be very strong of heart to dispel such a powerful illusion.
Wait, so I did it? I suddenly surged with energy and started to grow. I gained another 10 hearts and a new fiery ability. I did it!
Goodbye.
The bug disappeared, leaving behind only a sparkly golden nugget. Oh, okay. I messed around with it, but it didn't seem to do anything. That guy was strange. On days 46 through 49, I returned to my stronghold in the Nether to tell my friends and celebrate my victory. Jerry, we got another one.
Oh yeah, boy!
Dance with me, Jerry! We celebrated my accomplishments, and then we set to work improving my base. I started by extending the center stronghold into a massive tower, taller than all the rest. I decorated the top with a bunch of epic flames and spires, and it looked so cool that I had to do the same thing on the other towers too. I set to work on the other 4 towers, making them all taller. I also made the tops more robust and added lava falls out the side. These changes would serve to show our enemies the power of the resistance, and hopefully make them think twice before attacking us. I was stepping back to admire my work when the resistance leader approached.
Sir, we've got a lead on another general of the Warden. Here is the note we received from a Warden soldier. It seems to suggest there's a general living in the Badlands.
Good. I will set out for the Badlands at once. From days 50 to 53, I scoured the Badlands on the hunt for the general. As I was flying, I spotted a purple beacon shooting up into the air. Ominous rings were spinning around it. That can't be good. I headed towards it, but before I could reach it, a wandering trader ran up to me, asking for help.
Hey, you there! You gotta do something! We need help!
What's going on here?
It's the Water Warden. His minions are summoning a great beast from the end.
With little time to think of a plan, I rushed in to stop the summoning. By the time I reached the magic circle, I was too late. They had successfully summoned an end golem.
Look who decided to show up. Kill him.
The end golem charged at me, and we began to fight. The end golem was throwing huge rocks at me that exploded on impact and did a ton of damage. The warden's minions attacked me too. I focused on the huge golem, targeting the glowing spot on his back with everything I had. When I hit those spots, I was able to do a ton of critical hit damage to him. With a devastating final blow, the end golem was defeated. Heh, looks like you met your end, Golem.
This isn't over, Bronzo. The Water Warden will extinguish you once and for all.
Oh, it's over, punk. I made quick work of the rest of the Warden's minions. After the dust settled, the wandering trader from earlier approached me.
Wow, you were amazing. Thank you so much for taking care of those freaks.
Don't mention it. Now, can you tell me where I can find the Warden's general around here?
Of course, it's hard to miss. They've been stripping the land of all resources wherever they go.
The wandering trader told me that the general was working out of a temple and pointed me in its direction. So I headed off, ready to face whatever the warden had in store for me. The Badlands stretched on for miles with no relief. Suddenly, a bunch of freaky end bugs started crawling out from the rocks. I hate bugs, especially alien bugs. I started blasting the bugs with my magma powers, but they kept crawling out of the dirt. Back, you gross things! I kept them out of reach by flying high up, but they seemed never-ending. I seared all the bugs with a massive plume of fire, and they were finally finished. If these things are here, then I must be getting close. Not long after, I came across the End Temple. The land was stripped of resources and looked completely ravaged. I approached the small building in the center and found a passage that led into an underground dungeon complex. Bingo! As I fought my way through the dungeon, there were tons of Endermen who could dodge my fire attacks by teleporting. There were also a ton of Shulkers who could shoot me from a distance. Eventually, I was able to fight my way through the hordes of end mobs, swinging my huge hammer wildly. That general better be ready for me. On days 58 through 61, I made my way into the boss room of the complex dungeon. A massive figure waited for me as I entered.
So you're the one who's been making a fuss around Minecraftia, interrupting our mining operations, killing my men.
Look, buddy, I don't know what your plans are with all these resources, but I'm here to stop it. The general suddenly let out a rumbling laugh that shook the complex.
You are short-sighted, Magma Wither.
Short-sighted? What do you mean?
When the Water Warden began his conquest, we were given the choice to bend the knee or die. I'd much prefer being on the winning side. It's a shame your ancestors didn't have the foresight we had. They refused and now they are gone. As the last of your kind, you get a second chance.
Wait, what? You're really asking me to bend the knee now?
Yes.
The general assured me that if I swore loyalty now, nobody else would have to be destroyed. Forget it! The Water Warden is destroying this world. I'll never side with you.
So be it.
I charged at the general, shooting my fire slashes, and he immediately blinded me. I can't see! I started swinging wildly with my hammer, and I was able to get a few hits in before my blindness wore off. He teleported all over the place, so he was really hard to hit. Suddenly, he split into a bunch of tiny versions of himself and started hitting me from all angles. When he came back together, I summoned fire from deep within the earth and hit him with everything I had. Eventually, I hit him hard enough that he began to self-destruct, exploding into a million pieces. After the battle ended, I felt the immense heat bubble to the surface of my skin. I gained 10 more hearts and a power of pure fire blasted out of me. A laser beam? That's so sick! Satisfied with my victory, I quickly left. On days 62 through 65, I made my way through the Nether, back to my base, when I ran into the Fire Guardian.
It's the Water Warden. He was planning an attack, so I went to your base to warn you, but I was too late.
I rushed back to the base with the Fire Guardian. When we arrived, the base was in ruin. No! The walls and towers had been blasted apart, killing most of the resistance members with it. Giant ice spikes punctured the structure. All of our hard work had been destroyed. As I mourned the losses we took, Jerry and Blobby emerged from the ruins and ran up to me. Blobby, Jerry, you survived! The two explained to me what happened, how the Water Warden had ambushed the base and caught everyone off guard, only leaving after seeing that I wasn't there. I'm sorry I was late. I'm just glad you guys are okay.
What do we do now, Bronzo?
We won't let the Water Warden scare us into hiding. We're gonna rebuild our base to be even better than before. From days 66 through 70, we set to work on rebuilding the base. We started with building the walls back thicker and more resilient, and even added a walkway on top for better defenses. Next, we decided to add a fiery moat of lava across the front of the base, with a drawbridge to get across. This would work as our first line of defense, and as a home for the Fire Guardian.
This is great!
While the Fire Guardian settled in, I continued patching up the rest of the base. There, looking good as new. Once the repairs were completed, the other resistance members began to regroup near the barracks. I decided to go and check on the Fire Guardian. How are you settling in?
I love it! I had no idea there was so much lava in the Nether!
Yeah, that's like the Nether's whole thing. Never mind.
Have you had any luck unlocking your inner power?
No, I haven't.
That is unfortunate. I have reason to believe one of the Warden's remaining generals is deep underwater.
What? Just then, the resistance leader approached us.
Sorry to interrupt, but we need to talk, Bronzo.
What's the problem?
We lost too many in the attack. We're going to need some new recruits if we want to have a chance against the Water Warden's forces.
Okay. Do you have anyone in mind?
Follow me.
On days 71 through 74, the resistance leader led me into a debriefing room, where she gave me the lowdown.
I have on this note 3 groups of mobs who would be sympathetic to our cause. I need you to seek out these groups and recruit them to fight for the resistance.
I'm on it! I set out to find the first group on the list, which was a community of tigers in the jungle. Alright, let's see. I searched through the jungle until I found their small village.
Yes, my people would be very happy to join the cause. We've never been to the Nether before. How exactly do we get there?
After I showed them the way to the Nether, I set out for the next group, which was a community of mountain goats.
Yeah, let's do it.
The final group was a village of penguins who lived by the sea. I was able to find them, but when I arrived, they were under attack.
Help! Help!
Ah, jeez. I charged in to fight the drowned. They kept jumping into the water, which made it harder for me to fire against them. But I started blasting them with my new laser, and they started going down pretty quickly. Eventually, I was able to take them all out. I went over and met with the surviving penguins to see what was going on. Where the heck did all those guys come from?
They are minions of the Sea General. They've been tormenting us relentlessly since the General started occupying these waters.
Well, if you need a place to live, you're welcome to join the resistance at my base.
Sounds great. It's about time we started fighting back.
After I sent them on their way, I set out to find the Sea General. I searched along the water's edge for a while, until I spotted a temple sticking halfway out of the sea. That must be it. I approached the temple, and the general came out to greet me. Sea General, I challenge you!
You'll have to come in and get me, fire freak.
Grrr! He summoned a bunch of his minions, who started taking pot shots at me. Hey, that's not fair! Get back here, you coward! The Sea General's minions kept shooting at me. As I tried to fight, I was knocked out of the sky and fell into the water. I began taking damage with all the water around me. I feared that I was about to die. Just when I thought all hope was lost, I felt a heat deep within me, and it exploded outward into the water. I suddenly transformed and unlocked my ultimate powered-up magma withered form. The amount of heat from my body was enough to evaporate water wherever I went. This is awesome! Now I can survive in the water! I started flying through the water, evaporating a path around me. The sight of my new form and powers terrified the Sea General's minions, who tried unsuccessfully to stop me before I obliterated them. On days 83 through 86, I smashed through the ceiling of the base. I flew down to face the Sea General and evaporated all the water in the room. Ha! Try fighting me now, General. The General laughed at me.
Ha! I can breathe air too, you fool.
Shoot! With terrifying speed, he lunged at me, and I was barely able to get out of the way in time. He swung around his massive arms and attacked me with his tridents from afar. But thankfully, since he was fighting outside of the water, he was incredibly weakened. I shrugged off his attack and sent back laser beams to cut him down. Eventually, I was able to knock him out.
You may be strong enough to defeat the generals, but you will never beat the Water Warden himself. He is a god.
Now that I've unlocked my secret ability, nobody can stop me. I heroically finished him off and began to celebrate. Ha! I did it! I conquered water! Suddenly, out of nowhere, water started flowing back into the base. Uh-oh. As the water hit me, my ultimate form wore off, and I was weakened. I wasn't taking damage, but I couldn't move. I floated to the sea floor, and suddenly, the Water Warden appeared above me and floated down.
Foolish, puny wither. You really think you can defeat me?
Go ahead and kill me, Warden. That's all you do, is kill to get your way, just like you did my parents.
You thought this whole time your parents were dead? I kept them alive so they could watch me kill you. Shame they are back at my base right now, rotting in a dungeon.
With the news of my parents' survival, the fire inside me was reignited. I burned with a fiery rage and exploded back into my powered-up form. The Water Warden was knocked back from my burning body, and I rocketed up into the air, back to the surface of the water. I did it! I actually did it! Once I was back in the air, I faded back into my normal form and fell back to solid ground. I gotta get out of here and find my parents. On days 91 through 93, I rushed back to my base, still weakened, and began asking around about the location of the Water Warden's base. Do you know where his base is?
No idea. He has kept it very secret.
What about you, Fire Guardian?
Nobody knows where that is.
What am I gonna do?
You're looking for the Water Warden's base? I think I might know.
What? Jerry, you know?
Well, yeah. The other day I was out fishing by the river nearby. I caught me a huge biter. I should show you later. Biggest fish I ever...
Jerry, get to the point.
Right. When I opened the sucker up, it had one of them glowing warden hearts in it, I think. I followed the flow of the river to a place deep in the earth. I think that might be where the Water Warden's hiding out.
Take me there, Jerry. Jerry led me deep below the surface of the overworld to what we both assumed was the entrance to the base. It's gonna be dangerous from here on out. You should head back.
All right. Just be careful now, you hear?
I snuck inside, and for once, I wasn't spotted because I was still weak and dim. I can see why they call this place the Deep Dark. I can barely see a thing. Huh? Through the darkness, I saw what looked to be an entrance to the Deep Dark, a dimension where everything is deep dark. I continued into the prison, where I found my parents had been held captive all this time. Mom! Dad!
Bronzo!
Is that you?
You've gotten so big.
There's no time for this, guys. We can enjoy our reunion back home. Follow me. As my parents and I escaped the base, I began to glow again. Phew, good thing I didn't recharge sooner. I would have gotten caught sneaking again. From days 94 to 96, I built a room for my parents in my base. With that addition, the base was finally complete.
Good work, son.
Thank you for everything. We're so proud of the magma wither you've become.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. I'd love to stay and catch up, but there's something I gotta do. I rallied all the troops together. There were a few things I needed to do before the attack. The time has come, everyone. The days of the Water Warden's rule are numbered. But I can't do this alone. I'll need everyone's help if we're gonna defeat him.
We're with you, Bronzo. All the way.
Yeah, let's show that Waterito who's boss.
That's the spirit! Everyone, to the armory! On days 97 through 98, I led the resistance troops deep into the earth, back to the Water Warden's base. Charge! On my command, we all charged in to take on the Warden's forces. As a team, we mowed through his minions until we got inside, where the portal to the deeper dark was. Let's go! Into the portal! One by one, we plunged into the inky black darkness of the deep dark and came out on the other side. When we got there, we were met by an entire army of minions, led by the Warden's last living general.
You shall not pass.
Oh boy, here we go.
You may have beaten all the other generals, but you will never get through me. And besides, even if you do that,
Yeah, I know. The Water Warden will destroy me. I've heard it all before. Let's go. Yeah! I charged in to fight the final general, and the two armies charged at each other. The general started blasting me with his sonic boom, and I retaliated with my flame slices. We flew through the air as our armies clashed underneath us. I dodged his sonic boom and unleashed a laser beam to knock him back and gain some distance. I used that moment to swoop in and decimate the enemy's forces. With that, the tides had turned, and the resistance had the upper hand. I turned my attention back to the Deep General. We were both hurting, but with a well-placed Wither Skull, I finally beat him. Yeah, that's right. 6 down. Only the big guy left to go. Suddenly, I felt an incredible power surge through me. Guys, get out of the way! The resistance army took cover, and I let out a massive explosion. A few minutes later, I awoke, surrounded by lava. I came to the surface to discover that I became a massive magma wither storm, and I had blown the roof off the entire Deep Dark. I was looking up at the overworld, floating above a massive volcano of my creation.
Holy mackerel.
I had also doubled my hearts and had the powers of a wither storm. I am unstoppable! On day 100, the Water Warden stepped to the edge of the crater. Under his feet, Skulk spread like an infection. End of the line, Water Warden. Come face your doom.
I see you have become a Wither Storm. You may look different, but that won't change a thing.
Are you kidding me? I am the storm. You're just a dude. As I said that, water began pouring in from the surface. Suddenly, the Water Warden began to grow. He kept growing bigger and bigger until he rivaled my size. Very well. If it's a kaiju fight you want, it's a kaiju fight you'll get. With that, we both began fighting with all of our might. I started throwing balls of fire at him, and he retaliated with water. The water began pouring down and solidifying all of the lava. I summoned the powers of the storm to blast him with furies of lightning. To slow me down, he started freezing all of the water around me, trying to hold me in place. I retaliated by summoning chunks of the nether that released fire and lava, and even summoned a few ghasts to attack him. At that point, he began retreating into the water to recharge, but I wouldn't let him. Oh no, you don't! I let out a massive explosion, evaporating the entire ocean around us. Feel the power of magma! At this point, he had nothing left to do but try to flee from me. He ran up to the mountain, where I started raining down lightning upon him again. I blasted him with a meteor shower, and he fell to the ground. The water stopped flowing, and he shrunk back to his normal size.
No, this can't be! No!
I summoned the power of the storm one last time and finished him off. With the Water Warden destroyed, I felt like a real hero. And just like that, I was transported into the body of a superhero. Wow, this is a really nice office space. I wonder how much money went into it.
Kid, are you paying attention to me?
Of course I am. What makes you think I'm not? Just then, a huge collision occurred, shaking the entire tower. Part of the world began turning into a fiery landscape. What's going on, Mr. Stark?
Seems like someone is merging our universe with another or several others. Jarvis, confirm I'm correct.
You are correct, sir.
I know I am.
Little did I know, while I was distracted, a radioactive fire spider landed on my shoulder and bit me. Youch! Whoa, I feel funny. What's happening to me? The bite from the spider must have fused with my DNA to transform me into Fire Spider-Man, and I gained a fire ability. I ran out of the building to meet back up with Iron Man.
I don't know what's wrong with you, kid, but I need your help.
With what?
That looks like multiple bogeys coming in hot.
Out from a portal came the Green Goblin.
This world looks fascinating. I can't wait to destroy it.
Long time no see, Spidey.
Venom swung away before we had a chance to stop him. The last from the portal came out, the head of operations, Kingpin.
I'm merging multiple universes in hopes of finding my beloved son and wife, and no one will stop me until I find them.
You're mad! You just released a bunch of supervillains.
Whatever it takes, Pipsqueak.
Take him down, kid.
Together, Iron Man and I tried to chip away at Kingpin. I used my new firepower, but I wasn't very good at it, so I went up close and personal with hand-to-hand combat.
Your punches feel like tickles, little spider.
Ugh, that hurt.
Go help others. I'll take him on.
On it, Mr. Stark. You got this. On day 2, I went back to my home in Queens. I needed to speak to my aunt and uncle. Ben, May, we need to talk.
Love the new suit, Bronzo.
It's very hot.
That's unimportant right now. What is important is evacuating. It's not safe here anymore.
What do you mean? We can't leave.
All of our stuff is here. This is our home. Where else would we go?
We will have to make a new home, a better one, somewhere we will be safe from all of the Spider-Verse villains.
Spider-Verse?
Villains?
Aunt May and Uncle Ben agreed to come with me, so I led them out the city, and we wandered until I found a safe place to build our new home. Luckily, Tony gave me a bunch of spare building blocks in case of emergencies like this. After flattening out the area, we got to work building the foundation, and we gave it the Spider-Man theme, having the top have my Spider-Man logo on it. Then we started making the rooms for everyone. I made a bedroom for Uncle Ben and Aunt May, but I made a nice empty room for anyone to take over. I built myself a control room where I could receive calls from other spider people or villains. Nice. This place looks ready and operational. And hey, if you look from the top, the place kind of looks like it's the start of a spider web with a spider in the middle. I then went to go speak to my family. Hey guys, I need to go out and check on how things are going out there.
Before you go, thank you for the lovely living room, and the bedroom is very nice.
I'm glad you like it. It's the least I could do since you lost your home. Hopefully, once things are settled, we will be able to get you both a new, even nicer house.
That would be lovely. But for now, just focus on what you need to, sweetie.
Will do. Well then, I'm off. See you both again soon.
Okay, stay safe. We love you.
Remember, Bronzo, with great power comes great responsibility.
On day 3, I returned to New York City, and everything was in chaos. The ground corruption was really starting to spread.
Get back here, fishbowl. Ha! Catch me if you can.
Wonder what that's about.
What's it to you?
Gwen, is that you? You look different.
How do you know me?
She quickly sprinted up to me and punched me, leaving me poisoned. Ah, that stings. We're friends. Don't you remember?
I'm not here to make friends, liar.
Gwen charged at me again this time to end me, but I put up a decent fight. I used my firepower again, trying to get a hold of it while I tried to get a hold of Gwen. Look, I'm not the enemy. I'm friends with Iron Man.
Iron Man? You mean the Iron Man who took over my world and killed my father?
Oh, your Iron Man sounds nothing like mine.
Enough. You're dead, Fire Spider-Man.
Heads up.
Just then, Thor knocked Gwen out with a surprise attack. Thanks a lot, Thor.
No problem. You know a safer place we can talk.
Yeah, follow me. We got back to the base on day 4. Can you keep an eye on her? I need to do something real quick.
Sure, no problem.
I had Thor watch Gwen while I quickly made a cell room to keep her in. I made sure to use stronger materials like steel and obsidian so she couldn't escape. Then I added lights and a bed. Finally, I finished it off with iron bars and an iron door before heading back to Thor. All right, I've got a cell ready for her.
She's still unconscious, so I'll help you get her inside.
We left Gwen on her bed in her mini prison and left to discuss plans.
Well, first, you should definitely learn to use your new power properly.
Oh yeah, good point. You don't happen to know anything about fire powers, do you?
No, but I know someone else who does.
Thor took out a phone and quickly called someone.
Hello, friend. We could use some help with fire advice.
Excellent. See you soon.
Who was that?
That was the Human Torch. He is on his way.
Oh, sweet. Well, in the meantime, I'll go ahead and fix up a room for you. While we wait, it will look as fancy as Asgard.
Thanks for the offer. Although, I'm not going to lie to you. I won't actually be here much.
Aw, man. Well, that's okay. Thanks for the help anyways. As we talked, we noticed the Human Torch landing outside, and we went to greet him.
Thanks for coming. Unfortunately, I do need to get going for now.
Hey guys, no problem. See you around, Thor.
Thor flew off, leaving me with the Human Torch.
So you got some new fire powers, huh?
Yep, that's why I need your help.
All right, then I'll train you and teach you to use your new abilities.
Thank you. Oh, hold on. I want to do something real quick. Want to help?
Okay, sure.
I was so grateful that I wanted to decorate the spare room for the Human Torch to stay in. I added plenty of fire-themed decor, and even a small lava fixture. The Human Torch helped out as well, fixing up the floor and adding more decorations.
This looks awesome. That was fun, but I'm also probably not going to be staying here much.
Oh, well, at least Gwen is still staying at the base. Speaking of which, I went to check and see if Gwen was awake, only to find that she was missing. Aw, man, I guess I can't keep anyone here.
Aunt May and I are staying here.
Oh, I guess I can't keep anyone cool here. Ow!
Don't talk to your elders like that.
Sorry, Uncle Ben. During days 5 through 6, the Human Torch and I had some one-on-one training.
Okay, so what do you know so far?
Watch this. I showed the Human Torch my weak fire powers.
Ha! You call that a flame?
Check this out. Flame on!
The torch released a huge stream of fire out into the air. Awesome! But how do I do that?
Well, first, let's do some deep breathing meditation. For me, I think about the people I've lost and why I'm fighting for them. So take a deep breath and think about who you're fighting for.
I thought about it, and images of Uncle Ben and Aunt May and Mr. Stark appeared. I was so close to unleashing a huge fire blast, but then I saw the Kingpin laughing.
You'll never win, Spider-Man. Never!
No, no, no!
What's wrong?
I saw him, Kingpin.
That's okay. Let's try another approach.
The Human Torch had set up some targets for me to shoot at. I missed at first, but then I started to gain more accuracy with each fire blast.
Nice job. Looks like we got some undead coming. Put those powers to use.
Feel the burn, you mindless monsters! Torch and I set all the fiends ablaze, and just then, I felt something within me. I said, stay back! I unleashed my biggest flame yet. All the monsters burnt to a crisp.
Nice job, Spidey. I knew you could do it. Anyways, I got a blast. Good luck.
Thanks, Human Torch. On days 7 and 8, Iron Man came to visit.
Nice job, kid. I saw you handle those monsters with ease.
Thanks, Mr. Stark. Where have you been?
I've been looking around, and it's not looking good. For you.
Just then, Iron Man turned into Mysterio, and the two of us got into a brawl. I knew it wasn't you, Mr. Stark.
But which one is the real me?
Well, I hope your clones are fireproof. One by one, I took out the Mysterios until I found the real one. It's over for you. Now where's Kingpin? Where is he hiding?
He has no need to hide. With all these villains out and about, you'll never get to him.
That's enough talking. I'm locking you up.
Aw, come on! I don't deserve to be in here.
I was pondering through my thoughts from days 9 and 10. Man, I need to take advantage of all the universes and form my own spider team. But who? Who could join me? Gwen! I returned back to New York City in hopes I would find Gwen, where I first found her. Wait, who is that swinging around? That might be her. I ran and caught up to the mysterious figure, and when I did, it was just a regular-looking Spider-Man in sweatpants. Well, this is disappointing.
Hey, nice suit. My name is Peter B. Parker. What's yours?
I'm Fire Spider-Man, but you can call me Bronzo Parker. Anyways, how'd you get here?
I have no idea. I was just swinging through my world, and then I swung into a portal here. But I want to help fix this.
Can you teach me how to use those web shooters?
Yeah, but we need some materials. Spider webs and iron.
Cool. I'll be back soon. I explored a mine shaft and was able to collect iron and coal to make iron bars. The mine shaft was also full of cobwebs, and unbeknownst to me at the time, spiders. You would think I wouldn't mind cobwebs, but I'll take it. Whoa, hey, nice spider. Oh, there's more than one of you. Luckily, with the power of my fire, I had an advantage over the spiders, setting them ablaze and wiping them down easily. Finally, I had all the cobwebs and iron that I needed. I returned to the other Peter with all the required materials to make the shooters.
Okay, this is how you make web shooters. Pay close attention. First, you put the thingy with that, and then add the iron bit right there, and load it up with some spider web.
Thanks a lot, Peter. Hey, feel free to stop by my spider base. It's not far from here. See ya. I started swinging away, or tried to at least. Whoa, okay. How do you use these things? From days 11 to 13, I was searching until I finally found Spider-Gwen, but she was fighting Kingpin. Oh no, I gotta help her. I leapt into action, but as I was running to help, Kingpin saw me.
Hydro Man, get that firebug out of here.
With pleasure.
Wait, doesn't hydro mean water? He shot me with a blast of liquid, and I knew I wasn't going to have a good time fighting this guy, since fire's natural enemy is water. I gotta get out of here. I started to swing away, but Hydro Man was right on my tail. I couldn't catch a break.
What's wrong, Spider-Man? Not thirsty?
I kept running until I noticed Peter in the distance, and he was working on some kind of device.
Well, this thing will either get me back home or take me somewhere awful. Only one way to find out.
A portal opened up in front of him. Wait, I have an idea. Hey, Water Brain, follow me.
Water Brain?
My idea was to trick Hydro Man into running into the portal, but I guess Peter didn't know what I was doing and got in front of the portal to protect it.
Go the other way!
Move, Peter! I ran up, and right behind me, Hydro Man was smarter than he looked and ran right into the machine, breaking it.
No! My work!
I had to figure something out quickly to get Hydro Man through the portal, so I ran up to the portal and started shouting, "Hey, bubbly buffoon, come fight me!"
Don't have to ask me twice.
He was rushing towards me when Peter intervened and hit Hydro Man.
Bronzo, get out of here. I'll take care of this.
They started pushing the other, as well as hitting each other, and somehow they both managed to tangle up and go through the portal together.
Whoa!
No! The portal then broke before I could jump in as well. Dang it! That did not go as planned. During days 14 through 17, I returned to the base and informed Uncle Ben and Aunt May of the situation. Peter is gone, and it's all my fault.
Mistakes happen, Bronzo. You have to continue fighting, whatever it takes.
Why don't you rest and I'll cook you some food?
I followed Aunt May back to the living room, and there waiting for me was Venom. What are you doing here? I'm gonna take you out if you don't leave.
Be nice to your guest, Bronzo. Eddie is nice and he is a hero in his universe. He just needs a place to stay.
I'm keeping an eye on you, Eddie.
Look, we are just here for some grub. We won't be here long.
I don't understand. I thought you were working for the Kingpin.
We came into the universe at the request of that Kingpin, but we never had any intentions on actually helping him.
Then whose side are you on?
We on the Bronzo Army side. We are here to help you find new subscribers.
That's right. Only 15% of viewers are actually subscribed. So subscribe if you haven't already.
Subscribe.
All right, I'll share a meal with you.
Want some raw chicken?
I prefer cooked. I was swinging through New York City on days 18 through 21. I was interrupted when I noticed a flash of green. I stopped and looked around in time to see Gwen rushing at me. Gwen, there you are.
Oh, you're gonna pay for trapping me, Tabasco Bug.
She sprinted forward with her poison attack, and I barely dodged in time. She obviously wasn't ready to listen to me and kept fighting angrily. She stabbed at me with her poison blades, and I did my best to fend her off. Stop! I don't want to hurt you.
Oh, holding back on me? Coward.
Her attacks kept coming, and I became frustrated with the whole situation. So much so that I felt a new heat in my chest. Then, suddenly, I released a new attack. It took Gwen by surprise, and she lost focus momentarily, leaving room for me to strike back with full force. With my new ability and Gwen distracted, I was able to do a lot more damage, and she was wearing down much quicker. Eventually, the heat got to be too much, and she finally surrendered.
Okay, you win. Stop burning me.
Gwen, please listen. This universe is different from yours. We're both fighting the good fight here. I'm not your enemy. She stayed silent a moment as she thought about it before eventually giving up.
Fine, I believe you. For now.
Then are we cool?
Yeah, we're cool.
She came back to the base with me, and we ran into Aunt May as we entered.
Oh, it's about time you brought a girl home.
Aunt May, not now! Anyways, let's make you a proper place to stay this time. Gwen and I got to work adding a new room to the base where she could stay. We added plenty of nice green and black blocks to the floor. Gwen also added some quartz and a few plants, including vines and some little cacti in pots.
This is actually really cozy. Thank you for letting me stay here.
No problem. Actually, how'd you get here anyways?
Well, I was leaving school in my world when a portal opened up outside it. My senses told me something was wrong, so I walked through to investigate it.
I see. So you're a poison version of the ghost spider I know.
As a matter of fact, no. I gained these powers shortly after entering the portal. I stepped out of the other side and was bitten by an elemental spider, just like yourself. It was just a radioactive poison spider that bit me instead.
Aren't most spiders poisonous?
Venomous.
What?
Venomous, not poisonous.
Never mind that. So, is Spider-Man in your universe evil?
No. He was my best friend. Unfortunately, I lost him years ago and became the new Sparta hero to carry on his legacy.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss, but I'm glad you opened up to me about it. I may not be him, but I'd still like to be your friend.
Thanks. I'd like that.
Awesome. Let's get some rest for now. Good night, Gwen.
Good night.
I was abruptly awakened by someone yelling on days 22 through 25.
Hey, kid, wake up. What the heck happened here? Why are there so many enemies out and about?
Huh? Oh, hey, Doc. It was Kingpin. He's looking for his family or something, and he opened up some universes into this one.
Not even I can reverse this. I've seen all the possibilities on how this ends. There's only one good outcome.
Tell me what I have to do.
I can't do that. It runs the risk of changing the outcome. Duh. Come with me. I want to introduce you to my friend.
Fine, but who's your friend? Strange ignored me while we traveled, but I kept pushing and asking him questions. Do you put gel in your hair?
No.
Can I use your cape?
No.
Are we there yet?
No, just stop asking questions and be quiet, okay?
One more question. What should we do about him?
I am Rhino. I knock things down, and I'll knock you down.
Time to show me what you got, Spidey.
Strange flew up, and I released my fire abilities at Rhino, but he had thick skin and a powerful punch. Stand down, Rhino, or we'll make you.
Good luck, little spider.
I got this.
Strange charged up a big spell and subdued the Rhino.
Keep going without me. You'll be welcomed with open arms. I'm gonna lock this guy up.
Okay, see you later, Doc. I arrived at a huge jungle base on days 26 through 29 and started looking for anyone to talk to. Hello? Anyone here? Just then, a nearby door opened and Black Panther walked out.
You must be Spider-Man. I've heard some about you from Tony and Stefan.
Well, I'm actually Fire Spider-Man now. But yeah, that's me.
I see. And why does Strange send me such a weakling?
Hey, I'm strong. I survived this long. Besides, that's what I'm here for anyways. I need your help to get stronger.
In that case, you must become more agile, become unhittable.
And how will we do that?
Come with me.
I followed the Wakandan king and he brought me to a park course.
Watch carefully.
He went through the course swiftly and with ease. Once he finished, he turned back to me.
Okay, now you do it.
I tried and failed a few times, but I finally got the hang of it and made it through.
Good. Now you must do one other thing.
What? Why? I thought that's all I needed to do.
I don't know. Strange asked me to do it and I listened to my friend. Anyways, you must learn to overcome your weakness against water.
Ah, that makes sense. How should I do that?
I want you to help me fight Namor, the submariner.
From days 30 to 33, I arrived at a battlefield next to an ocean where Wakandans were battling Atlanteans.
Yeah, take this shield. It will protect you from their water attacks.
I tested the shield out, and to no surprise, it worked like a charm. It would send flashes of light, making my enemies go far away. My fighting through the Atlanteans was a test of pure willpower, since I was Fire Spider-Man.
There he is, Namor. Help me take him down.
Together, the Black Panther and I charged at Namor, but he could fly, so it became difficult to target him. Flying won't save you!
Then try and get me.
I swung around some jungle trees, trying to close the gap on him, and finally, I had the perfect moment. I charged up a fire blast and got him good! Ah!
I am truly impressed with you, Fire Spider-Man.
Ha! I am pretty good.
I'm sending you back home. You are now prepared to take on any water enemy that comes your way.
Thanks for all the help, T'Challa. I then left for New York, and whenever I arrived, there was even more chaos than how I remembered it. No! What are all these portals doing here? I ran around, breaking as many as I could. On days 34 through 37, I was minding my own business when a portal opened right in front of me, and Hydro Man stepped out.
Hello, Bronzo.
I hoped Peter would come out behind him, but the portal just closed up. All right, let's go. I charged into battle with the big wet jerk, and he was putting up a good fight, but I was stronger than the last time we had met. He shot his water powers at me with all his might, but they just weren't doing the same damage they did before. Slowly, I gained the upper hand on him, and eventually I was able to win. After my victory, Dr. Strange flew in next to me.
Nice work, kid. I'll take it from here.
Strange took Hydro Man, and I started to walk away, when suddenly, the Green Goblin approached.
Well, I'm impressed.
Green Goblin. Were you watching the whole thing?
Don't worry, boy. I'm good in my universe.
Oh, okay.
But it being evil...
No! He started tossing bombs at me. That did a ton of damage. I tried to fight him off with my fire powers, but he was too fast. I quickly realized that he was too strong for me. Just then, Kingpin appeared.
Goblin, stop wasting your time with that fire spider. We need to find Iron Man.
Yes, sir.
Wait, Iron Man is missing? On days 38 through 41, I needed to train, but Tony Stark was missing. I set out looking for someone else who could help me train. As I was traveling, I suddenly ran into an area of the world where everything had gone black and white. What the WandaVision? Just then, I was attacked by a big group of black and white ghouls. They were super tough, and there were so many of them. I started to get worried that I might not be able to beat them, when suddenly, a black and white figure came out of nowhere and helped me defeat them. Hello? Who are you?
Why, I'm Spider-Man, of course.
Another one?
Follow me, quickly.
I followed him back to his base, and there was another Spider-Man waiting for me. He was wearing black and red. Who are you?
I'm Miles Morales. Who are you?
I'm Fire Spider-Man. I'm a Spider-Man with fire powers.
Well, now that we've got our introductions out of the way, what the heck is going on out there? I saw colors I've never seen before.
Well, it seems like our universes are merging, but this is good.
Good? How is this good?
Well, we're gonna need all the help we can get to fix this. I've already recruited another Spider-Man. I mean, Spider-Girl.
Spider-Girl?
I knew they existed.
Yeah, I've got a whole spider base. She's hanging out back there.
Sweet, take us there.
During days 42 to 45, I arrived back at the base with Miles and Spider-Man Noir. Welcome, guys. Feel free to make yourselves at home. Miles got to building his room straight away. He added some nice details, making his room look like a cozy but laid-back type of place. Noir decided he wanted to make his space black and white because it reminds him of home. Wow, look at all these Spider-Men and women. It really feels like we're part of a team.
So, what now?
I don't know. Maybe Mysterio knows a thing or two. Together, Gwen and I interrogated Mysterio and asked him what his goals were.
I just wanted everyone to see how great of a hero I can be.
Well, it's not too late to redeem yourself. Tell me what Kingpin is up to.
Man, that big guy barely told me anything. Just something about deleting all the universes and only restoring one, the one where he has his family.
He's lying. We can't trust him.
No, I'm not. Look, I know a guy who can make you stronger. His name is Ghost Rider.
And where can I find this Ghost Rider?
Just look for him in the Burning Forest, kid. It's not that hard.
Okay, but you're still gonna stay in here for now. I'll watch him.
Thanks, Gwen. I found the Burning Forest from days 46 to 49. It's so hard to see with all this fire and smoke. Luckily, I have fire powers, or I'd be toast.
Another threat, huh?
Wait, hold on.
I don't wait for nobody.
The flamed skull attacked me with a wave of fire. Even as a fire Spider-Man, it was hot. I returned fire with more fire, but it seemed like we were evenly matched. Neither of us willing to give in to the other. That was until...
Hey, Hothead, take this!
Gwen had dropped a bucket of water on the Ghost Rider. The next thing I knew, the Ghost Rider settled and calmed down, so we could talk. Look, there are many portals and dimensions merging, and if we don't fix things, time will collapse, and people will start disappearing.
Fine. What do you want me to do about it?
Help me fight the Goblin.
The Green Goblin? Yeah, I can do that.
And train me in the way of fire.
I'm not the trainer type, but we can definitely get you an awesome weapon.
Deal.
Wait, what about me?
During days 50 through 53, Ghost Rider took me through a portal to a crazy fire dimension. This looks kind of familiar, like two places I've been, but mixed together.
You're imagining it. Mental effect or something. Anyways, we should look for a place to test your luck.
We traveled the fiery landscape until we came across an awesome stronghold. We entered and were immediately met with a bunch of blazes. We ran in guns a-blazing and took them down one by one. Finally, the last one left was a blue blaze, guarding the center, and Ghost Rider got the kill shot. Once the blazes were out of the way, we started looting the place for anything that helped. I walked into the very center where there was a single, seemingly special chest and opened it. I opened the chest to find strange orbs. I took them and realized they were some kind of firepower. This might be super useful, but how do I use it? I took out a crafting table and mixed the orb with my original power. The fusion produced a scroll for me to use my new fire ability. Now I could shoot fireballs that created small explosions. Just then, a mutant blaze appeared from behind, startling us both. It was definitely not happy about us taking its treasure and started to attack. It was stronger than the smaller blazes by far. It shot tons of flames at us and bombed us with fire. Ghost Rider did his best to shoot it down using his Hellfire gun, but kept getting flung back. Meanwhile, I switched to my new ability and hit the creature with my fire bombs. Soon, it started taking more and more damage. With one last mega explosion, the monster was done for.
Good work. Was that power up what you were looking for?
Yep, this is perfect. Now I'm even stronger.
Okay, great. Can we go home now?
Wait, you said you helped me fight the goblin.
I did, by helping you get this cool ability. So, I'm leaving now. Good luck with your business.
No. If Deadpool was here, he'd be able to go into the script and show you exactly what you said. You just don't understand. If you don't help, then we'll all... never mind. On days 54 through 57, I returned home, and I was pacing around wondering where the Green Goblin could be. I've got to find him, Mysterio.
Have you checked his building in the city?
Oh, that's a great idea. Thanks, dude. With that, I headed out to find him.
Does that mean you'll let me out now? Hello?
I arrived at Oscorp, and when I got up to the top of the building, the Green Goblin was there waiting for me. Where's Iron Man?
I won't say.
I charged in to attack him, and he fought me off with his pumpkin bombs. I fought back with my fire powers, and I started to get the upper hand. His bombs were strong, but this time I was ready for them, so I could avoid them pretty easily. Eventually, I was able to knock him down to the ground, and he was defeated. I'm gonna say this one more time. Where's Iron Man?
I actually don't know. I swear, the guy went MIA. Not even Kingpin can find him.
Speaking of Kingpin, you should join me in my fight. Help me destroy him and fix this mess.
All right, I could do that for an old frenemy of mine.
I built a room in my base for Green Goblin, filled with lots of green and purple stuff, and some tech stuff, since he is something of a scientist.
Thank you, Parker. This really makes me happy.
Yeah, the room looks great.
You know, I'm something of an interior designer myself.
You don't say. After that, I went up to Mysterio. Hey, since you've been so helpful, I think I'm gonna let you go. I released him with one more thing to tell him. Be good.
No promises, broski.
On days 58 through 61, I was traveling around searching for Iron Man when I came across a village where the villagers were all surrounding a cage. I made my way through the crowd and saw that they were all crowded around some kind of spider pig.
I'm not here for your entertainment. I'm a superhero.
Oink for us. Oink, oink, oink.
Everybody stop, or I'll wrap you up in webs. I freed the pig from his cage and took him to the other part of the village.
Thanks for the help, Flame. The name's Spider-Ham.
Spider-Ham? What are you doing here?
I was in the middle of fighting the King Pig, and we both got transported to another universe.
King Pig? Huh, that sounds familiar. I'm trying to fight the King Pin. Do you think you could help me out?
King Pin? That sounds dumb. I don't have time to play your silly games.
Come on, I just let you out of a cage. You owe me.
Well, I suppose you're right. Fine.
I brought the pig back to my base and went over to Aunt May's room to check on her, but she was nowhere to be found. Huh? Where could she be? Just then, I spotted a note on the floor in the living room. Head to Stark Tower if you ever want to see her again? Oh no! I arrived at Stark Tower and swung my way up to the top. There, on the edge of the helicopter pad, stood Kingpin and Aunt May.
I see you found my note, Fire Spider-Man.
Let her go, Kingpin. She has nothing to do with this.
Don't worry about me, Bronzo. Just make sure you save the world.
If I can't have my family back, then I'll take yours away too.
With that, Kingpin shoved Aunt May off the edge of the tower. No! I rushed at him in anger, and he knocked me back, but I was determined and kept pushing through. He hit me hard with his brass knuckles, and I fought back with my explosive fireballs. The fire was getting to be too much for him, and he started having to dodge instead of taking the hits. I was starting to overpower him. Just as I was about to win the battle, Mysterio flew in and interrupted the fight.
This is for locking me up.
He then punched me off the building. Luckily, I managed to save myself with my web shooters and started swinging away. As I did, I couldn't stop thinking about my poor aunt. May, I can't believe you're gone. I made it back to the base and told Uncle Ben the bad news. He then helped me build a nice grave for her.
Bronzo, I can't be here anymore. I'm gonna go up to the snowy hills until things settle.
That's a great idea. That would be best for your safety.
Well then, goodbye for now, nephew. Excelsior!
He walked away as I waved him goodbye. On days 66 through 70, I called a huge meeting with all of my spider buddies, plus Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Green Goblin, and Ghost Rider. Listen up, everyone. First off, thanks for coming. Second, we must stop Kingpin. His portals are causing immense stress on the universe's timeline.
So, what should we do about it?
Well, first we need to band together. We need to, split up. Yes, we need to split up and look for Kingpin. And shut down his portals? Yes, shut down his portals. Sounds like a plan. Any questions?
What about that Iron Man guy? We need him.
I'm not sure.
Don't look at me.
Oink!
It's fine. I'm sure Tony is okay. And you know what? While we're here, I just want to tell everyone to like the video if you've been enjoying it. Comment down below who your favorite Spider-Man is. And finally, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
What is he on about?
I'm not sure. This Spider-Man is odd.
Okay, team, let's go! On days 71 through 74, I was getting to work when suddenly there was a huge flash, and Iron Man appeared right in front of me. Whoa, Mr. Stark, you're back! Where have you been?
I've been out traveling to other universes to see if anything's changed. All the ones I've been to are more or less the same, and I haven't found one where Kingpin's family is alive.
I guess we're gonna have to handle him the old-fashioned way.
Yep, beating the heck out of him.
I gotta get stronger first if I'm gonna do that, Mr. Stark.
Don't worry, I'm gonna make a cool new suit. I'll be back soon.
Wait, I've got so many questions! Before I could stop him, he had already disappeared. Well, there he goes again. On days 75 through 78, I set out looking for portals to other universes. I came across the village from earlier, but it looked very different. There were a ton of portals in it, and the villagers were all running around in a panic. I was able to close a few of the portals.
The end is nigh!
But then I noticed some villagers started disappearing. They were getting glitched away to other universes. Who knows where they could end up? I tried my best to help the villagers, but there was nothing I could do. One by one, they were all glitching away into other universes. Just when all hope was lost, Iron Man came out of one of the portals. Mr. Stark!
There's no time. Take this.
He handed me some awesome new fire spider armor, and I immediately felt way more powerful. Thanks, Mr. Stark, but what do you mean there's no time?
I'm about to get glitched away. It's taking me to find Kingpin and stop him. Make sure you...
Before he could finish, he was gone! Shoot! On days 79 through 82, I headed to New York City, and I spotted Mysterio causing havoc and destroying the city. That's it. I've had enough of this guy. I ran in to confront him. We started fighting, and I immediately realized that with my new armor, I was taking much less damage. I quickly overpowered Mysterio, and I had him in my clutches. Not this time, punk. I was about to finish him off when the ghost of Aunt May appeared behind me.
You know I wouldn't like that.
I know. I'll let you go.
Again?
Yes, I'll let you go again as long as you promise to leave this city.
Okay, man, jeez.
I went up to the top of a building and looked out at all of the chaos that was happening around the city and the world. Now, the sky had turned red from all of this. Oh boy, this is not good. During days 83 to 86, Gwen found me. She was panicking.
What are you doing here? The base is being consumed by the glitch.
Together, we rushed back to the base as fast as we could. No, come on. This can't be happening. I ran inside, and a bunch of husks had been glitched into this universe. Spider-Ham and Noir were taking them on. You guys need to leave before the glitch takes you.
We'll never leave a fellow Spider-Man behind.
Yeah, what he said.
Suddenly, as both of them were in the midst of battle, both Spider-Mans got glitched. No! I finished off the husks and started to clean up the aftermath, knowing there was nothing I could do to get them back. I decided to also build the final part of the base to make it a fully complete spiderweb base. This is a symbol to Kingpin that I would not back down. I also added 2 signs, memorials for both Noir and Spider-Ham. This was super sad for me, but they deserved a resting ground. I will miss you both. Lastly, I decorated the area to cover up the glitch. On days 87 through 90, I was still in the base trying to figure out what to do next. Just then, I heard somebody struggling from another part of the base. What the? I went into Aunt May and Uncle Ben's old room, and I discovered Peter B. Parker standing there with the portal behind him. Peter B., what are you doing here?
Oh boy, am I glad to see you. I was trapped inside that weird hot dog dimension for what felt like years.
Hot dog dimension?
Yep, everyone was a hot dog. There was even a spider dog.
Fascinating. Well, here things have gotten much worse. The portals seem to be collapsing on each other, and I already lost a few friends to the glitch.
That's not good. Where's Strange? We need to find him.
On days 91 through 93, I was traveling around with Peter, searching for Doctor Strange. Eventually, we spotted a big light coming out of the sky. That must be him. We followed the light and discovered Strange, who was trying to close a huge portal with a giant monster coming through it. Miles was there fighting off the beast, and Peter and I jumped in to help him. I used my fire powers to knock the beast back as hard as I could. It started advancing, but with all of our powers combined, we were able to keep it at bay. Eventually, Strange was able to close the portal, and we were safe for now. The 4 of us gathered together to talk.
We don't have much time, Bronzo. Take this.
He shot me with a magic beam, giving me a new power. And before I could thank him, he and Miles both got glitched away. Wait, no!
Well, I'd love to stay and help, but I'm not the hero of this story, kid. Good luck.
Well, this stinks. On days 94 through 96, I was searching around for anyone who was left in the universe who could help me. I spotted Green Goblin in his room and ran up to him. Norman, I need your help.
Nah. I think I'm going back to evil again.
What? Why?
At this point, it's too late. Might as well be on the winning side.
He leapt at me and attacked, but after a few moments, he too was glitched away. Whew. All right, let's find someone else. With that situation handled, I went looking for Ghost Rider. Hey Johnny, let's ride.
You again?
Before he could respond, he was glitched away too. I kept searching around for help and found Venom again. Venom, I think you're one of the only ones left who can help me. I need you.
Let us do it.
On days 97 and 98, I was working with Venom to hone in my fighting abilities.
What you need to do is be like me. You need to use your corruption to your advantage. For you, that would be your fire power.
Okay. I did some more training with that in mind, and I gained awesome new powers. I started testing it out until Gwen came up to me.
Bronzo, there's not much time left. We need a new plan. Fast.
We all went into the base to form a better plan together. On day 99, we were working on a plan. There's gotta be a way to get Kingpin to stop this.
We know brute force isn't working. We need something clever.
We could get Thanos to snap him.
No way, that's crazy, way too dangerous. He mentioned losing his family, but aside from that, we know almost nothing.
Wait, that's it.
Wait, okay.
Oh, maybe we could use the symbiote to take control of Kingpin.
Wait, that could work. Come on, let's go. We started to leave, but then Venom stopped. Venom, what's wrong?
Oh no, I think I might.
Before he could finish, he was glitched away. No, not you too. I guess I'm on my own again. There's no turning back now. Let's ride. It was finally day 100. I reached the top of Stark Tower to confront Kingpin. It was renamed to Kingpin Tower. It's over, Fisk.
Why, yes, it is over. For everyone.
I charged into battle and unloaded every power I had ever gained onto Kingpin, but it still wasn't enough. He was still overpowering me, and it seemed like this might be the end for me and the whole universe. I was starting to think that there was no hope when suddenly a portal opened up and Gwen came out of it with Kingpin's family. Gwen, you found them.
Vanessa? Richard, what are you doing here?
Wilson, what the heck are you doing? I'm ashamed of you.
I only did it because I missed you so much. Please forgive me.
Just send us back to our universe. Please.
I will, but I want to come with you.
Okay, I'll give you another chance.
Everyone started going back to their own universe. I said goodbye to Gwen.
Well, this was fun. I'll always remember you, Bronzo.
With that, she was teleported back to her own universe. I watched proudly as everything around me started going back to normal. We had done it! Bronzo!